This is Tori with your weather report brought to you by Sherry's Restaurants. No new snow expected today. Temperatures will remain very cold, so be careful with your morning commute. Highs will remain in the mid-30s, and we should be seeing some sun throughout the day. It's currently 39 in downtown Seattle. Sherry's Springberry pancakes are here. Choose from blueberry, raspberry, or triple berry toppings with whipped cream and powdered sugar on a stack of fresh, fluffy buttermilk pancakes for just $6.99. Add eggs, breakfast meat, and hash browns for $3 more. Sherry's, simply great food. That was your weather. I'm Tori on 102.5 KZOK.
I'm pretty sure that's going to chafe. It is 5:46. I'm Danny Bonaducci. This is KZOK. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Snowy, how are you?
What is you? What are you?
Snowy.
Oh, that's not what I thought you said.
Did you think she said smelly? Because I kind
Yes,
of
I
heard
did.
smelly
And she
too.
was flapping her arms over there and being super weird, I thought.
It's hot in here.
I'm
so
smelly.
take off all your clothes.
I smell fresh as a daisy, man. I'll tell you that right now.
You just did a pit smell.
I am, whatever the goo is, the clear goo, and then I think some kind of Irish Spring over that. So I'm fresh as an Irish daisy.
You use the gel? That what you mean? Like it comes through little holes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that too.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I thought that stuff never dried. Did you just sit there and like flap your wings?
No, that's you.
Oh, I am doing that
You were
right now.
flapping just seconds ago. Hey, kids, how are you?
Doing great.
Awesome.
I'm very, very excited to hear it. We're all doing very well. So, man, so I get out of my house this morning. I hold the handrail and step down the 3 steps sideways. So my foot is narrow. I guess my foot's, 3 inches wide or something like that, instead of 10 inches long. Because I have now fallen down my stairs like Amy did last snow.
Yeah. And I haven't seen the video yet.
I don't know if she had, because I'm sure if she found it, she would show it to me because it's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
You know, if anybody's going to fall bitching, it's me.
Of course, yeah.
So here's what
Quadruple
happens.
Lutz, I heard you did.
Here's here's what happened. My feet just slipped out from under me. And by the way, I threw those shoes out. I gave them to Goodwill. Some homeless dude can fall.
Well, that's nice of you.
But I actually had mentioned on several occasions these ridiculous boat shoes. I don't know why they were so slippery. They're for boats, theoretically. Yeah. And I wore them to the boat show, and I slipped all over the place, and I didn't think twice about it. And then I fell down the stairs when there was only water. There was no ice a week or two ago, I don't believe.
You'd fall right off a boat.
Yeah. I have done that many a time. So both my feet just shoot out from under me. And as I know that the fall takes this long. From the slip to the fall is this slip, like almost the same exact time. So I just think I'm awesome when this exact thing happened. Feet go out from under me. I turn to Amy in midair and go, my turn, and then hit the dirt. Like, I wasn't even positive that had happened, but I want the video for that too. But do you remember last year in the snow? My car was covered in snow, and I did not prepare for that. I didn't have anything. Luckily, I had windshield wipers and defroster and stuff. But
You didn't have one of those like broom things.
no, I didn't. And I should. Certainly, if today's story resonates, then I should. I tried to turn on the light to look at my keys or something like that. Do you remember this?
I do remember this, yeah.
And I opened the sunroof, and I just watched it happen. I couldn't stop it.
Yeah.
And just all of a sudden, snow starts falling in, and the thing's really slow for like 6 seconds. Snow is falling in. So I'm covered in snow. Then I can't see, so I roll down my window rather than get out. Not even thinking, your big idiot face. And the snow just falls in on me. So I mean, there's so much snow, I'm wondering if the car is going to break, if the electronics are going to
Yeah, you were soaking wet. The seat was soaking wet.
So I refused to do it. I got in my car and I said, I'm going to do this as best I can, but I'm not rolling anything down. I'm not moving anything up. I'm not doing anything no-how except driving to work. Start the car, turn on the windshield wipers with the defroster on like 1,000, and it works. I got a clear thing. I finally figure out how to use the backwards windshield wipers on the back window. Yeah, because I had no idea how to do that. Found them, made it go, as all right. But the side windows, you could not see out at all. You were in a white cave. Jeez. And I'm not rolling down the windows. And I don't know why. I didn't have a tool. I'm not getting out. This will all blow away. It seems like a soft snow. Whatever my excuse is going to be for being this stupid. So I go backwards, and I can only see in front of me and behind me. And I kind of plan it out in my head. There's only 2 left turns on the way to work. Now, I can't see on the right side either, but it seems to me that when you're making a right, there's a lot of windshield to look out as well. If you're making a left, that window is right there.
And generally only bikers is what you're worried about if you're taking a right? There's not going to be another car next to you.
No, another car coming. I'm going to stop sign. I'm going to pull out and take a right. There could be a car coming.
Okay.
Going through it, 4-way stop. So, but the likelihood of that is small. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. So, when I start driving, and I drive at 1.50 miles an hour to blow the snow off, it doesn't go. It's right there on both windows. I can see the U-turn I make right here on 15th or Elliott or whatever it was really scary, but I can see those cars are half a mile away. I'm just terrified because I can't see right or left. I can only see what else is there. And sometimes there's homeless dudes by these railroad tracks too. So I'm kind of in a panic. I do the U-turn. I make it. I'm bitching. I get here, another block, I do a right turn, I go in, and I come to the parking lot, and I roll down the window, I swipe my thing. Did you hear that part? Yeah. I just rolled down my window. Yeah. This whole thing, I was awesome. I was here, I was dry, I was warm, and I was still like gloating, and it's kind of like the sunroof that just wouldn't stop opening no matter what I did, and I still can't figure out for sure which one's the light and which one's the sunroof. So I'm not playing with it at all. So, I just pulled up kind of proud of myself that I was able to make it to work. I mean, maybe there should be rules again. The brag is I made it to work with no vision. Is really what I'm trying to say.
Police are warning against people like you.
Right, and they should, and they have in the past, and they were right each time.
Now, when you rolled your window down, did all the snow come?
Just fell right in on my lap. That's why the shaving problem. And I got it at the same time it happened. I'm rolling down the window, and today's newfangled windows, you don't actually roll them down. You push the roll down thing once, and it does the rest, because in case your pinky finger, or whatever you do, your ring finger, pointer sisters, I don't know.
If you're rolling your window down with the Pointer Sisters,
that
is a fancy car.
That's talent.
I know a Pointer Sisters song, so shut and up. So I'm kind of gloating that I was able to do it. Didn't hurt anybody, didn't kill anybody. And as the window's going down on its own, because it's magic, and I've got my wallet with the card keys in it, I just went, oh, yeah. And there it was. It was awful. It was very sad. So I hate my family.
Again?
Yeah. Because I usually don't hate them. They're that much of in my life, even as I would like, but it's fine. Christmas and stuff like that. And texts every now and again, things like that's very cool.
Which side of the family this time, though?
This is my brother and sister.
Brother and sister, okay.
So if you remember, I told you I think I'm going to write another book. Mm-hmm. Well, I did what is called a one sheet, except that it is at least 2 sheets. And I'm not done. But here's what I decided to do. I'm going to write, hey, here's what this book is about. Then I'm going to write some sample chapter names, like a contents, and then I'm going to write a few of those, like but a short synopsis.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and they're pretty good. They're pretty good. The one I'm working on was the dreaded 5150, kind of like a blue ribbon of, oh no, you're really crazy. I didn't know. And that's the tone of the book. Because I watched an Abilify commercial and that said, very good for manic depression. I said, do I have manic? I think I have manic depression. And then they said, good for bipolar 1. Well, I'm bipolar 1? What if I'm bipolar like 7? And like 9 more things. And when I realized I've been seeing psychiatrists on and off for 45 years or whatever it is, and I don't know what I got. So, and I don't even know what pill to take, although I take several. And we upped my lithium from 600 milligrams a day to 9. So that's 3 small pills a day of that. So I write this chapter, and I think, my brother and sister, super talented authors. My brother's written 1 book. My sister's written like 11. Now, in the world of journalism, or whatever in real writing. They're about the same. Those are some young adult books my sister writes. They're not. I couldn't write when there's 27 characters and stuff, but it's not mining the gold. So anyway, I sent them this sample chapters thing, thinking, "Hey, help me out on this."
Yeah.
I forgot they're crazy. They think everything's about them. Anytime I say, this guy one time set himself on fire in the company of a goat, and I think I'm not as crazy as him, or something like that, right?
Yeah.
John immediately thinks he's the guy with the goat. I go, John, and he's mad too. I said, John, you don't have one singe mark, and I don't know. Do you know a goat? Is there a goat edit of this? So what happened is they're not going to be any help except I think they'll be help because now they're in. Now they're right.
Because they're crazy
Yeah,
too.
no, now they're in it. When the guy with the goat, totally John.
Yesterday afternoon, one person became trapped after a 5-vehicle rollover crash in Sodo. Firefighters and police had to arrive to the scene on East Marginal Way just before 2 p.m. After getting these reports of a multi-vehicle collision, one person wound up being trapped inside the rolled over vehicle. They were able to free the 61-year-old man and take him to Harborview. They're still investigating the circumstances. But throughout this morning, already because of this inclement weather, we've got crashes. Paul, you said you saw some people.
Yeah, I saw several accidents on the way, and Derek as well. There's people spinning out. The roads are icy. Take it easy.
Out there in the MV?
There was snow still on the ground out near my place, so that wasn't as bad. It was once you got to the roads that were clear, they were just sheets of ice.
I worried about you and snow hours before there was ice and snow.
Well, thank
You texted. It
I
was
did.
So
I said, you
sweet.
getting snow? Is everything all right? And you wrote back, eh.
Because of you, I went out and put my snow tires on,
Sit.
and it was
Really?
very helpful.
Oh, my God.
Look at you, Danny. You changed his
I'm
life.
sorry I did that to him.
What?
Because I can't imagine ever putting snow tires on anything. I would just not drive where the snow
Yeah.
is.
Oh, it's not too bad. We're
Changing
in the garage.
4 tires?
Yeah, it's not
How
too
long did it take you?
bad. 20 minutes maybe.
You're going with 5 minutes a tire here. Unscrewing them, taking them off.
Impact wrench. So it wasn't like I wasn't doing it by hand.
An impact wrench?
Yeah. So it's power.
Oh, yeah, no, I know
Like
that.
NASCAR,
Okay, I
yeah.
thought this is.
But I mean,
Still-
pulling in the garage and getting the tires
So he
out.
means I'm
putting
going
them
with an hour. Is what he.
No,
I'm
it's
with
about
you.
20 minutes.
No way.
Well, no way. Okay. We all think you're big and
So
long.
NASCAR does it in about 47 seconds.
With 72 guys, and they fill up the tank.
Yeah.
And they tip the waitress.
Well, the weather is still bad. It's going to be fine later today, but take it easy this morning, and Derek will keep you posted on all the traffic incidents out there on your roadways.
Yeah, there's been a report of snow in my pants.
And the chafing.
So don't drive there.
A tip
We
led
won't. You weren't driving there, were you?
No. A tip led to the arrest of a man accused of attacking and attempting to rape a barista at that Hottie's Shots espresso stand in Kent.
Yeah.
We talked about this terrible person early yesterday, and it did not take long for someone to turn him in. Now, you remember that video was pretty clear.
And we talked about that somebody
Yeah.
should be able from that video.
Yep. According to the police, they said, "We want to thank everyone who called in and identify this offender." The woman who was attacked said that, she was really scared and wants to thank people for coming forward as well to help.
I got to
arrest
tell
this
you,
man.
I'm sitting there yesterday, I'm thinking, boy, I respect your right to do anything, but it's the middle of the night and you're in your underwear. You're a hot girl in your underwear in the middle of the night. That's going to be dangerous. Why are you doing that? Do something else. And then I saw her interviewed. She fairly awesome. She
Yeah.
was saying, I think would say, I fought from the second he touched me, from the second we were outside, I just fought. And he'd say, I'm going to kill you. And I just keep fight. And she said it like that,
Yeah.
fight. And I went, wow, man, I really like you. That's cool. You can wear your underwear all day long if you like. And they're going to be mean to him because everybody hates him.
Oh, gosh,
So I
yeah.
don't know
They
what
should
he'll
be, yeah.
actually go to court for, but they're going to get him with kidnapping, which is so weird. You only have
Yeah.
to go about 4 feet. Kidnapping, false imprisonment, all sorts of stuff like that. It could be when they look at it and talk to his public defender, they're looking at life, which then they'll now drop a bunch of stuff. I bet he gets 10 years.
Well, they say he has an extensive criminal history. In national and international news, police say they found a cache of guns and ammo, including 2 AR-15 rifles, in the home of a student who was overheard saying that he was, quote, going to shoot the school up sometime in the next 3 weeks, close quote. Police say this is a disgruntled 17-year-old, and somebody at the school who works as a security officer overheard him confronting another student and making that threat. And he said, I know kids say threats, you say, I'll kick your ass or something, but this sounded way too scary.
Yeah, I stopped in fights and like weird stuff. I would say, and I had to say this in court at least once, that I throw out, I'll kill you. It means kind of shut up. Doesn't
Yeah.
even mean anything to me. Like, hey, you shut up, buddy. You're stupid. Yeah, I'll kill you, man. And like, if we fight, which we usually don't anymore. I'm old. But it doesn't mean any words. It means a vibe. And apparently the court disagrees with me. You
Yeah.
shouldn't say that.
Well, I'm sure.
And I can't go to Wells Fargo in Los Angeles. That's right.
And I'm sure now if you said, as opposed to what you would normally say to Paul, like, I'll kill you, if you described exactly how and with what kind of guns and that sort of thing, you probably would get into trouble.
Do you know, dig this? There is a special kind of assault where you don't have to hit a guy. You just have to be descriptive enough.
Oh, my.
Your mother does this, and the gun I'm going to shoot you with this is a Glock Bada Bada Buddha, and I'm going to come in the middle of the night. And apparently, once you get into a level of description, that becomes assault, which I found really weird when they said I did it.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that. But if you're going to do it, say that you're going to do it in about 3 weeks, like this kid did, because that gives people time to check into it. Yeah.
Well, they did check into it. Police then searched the student's home. This is in Whittier, California. That's where they found the AR-15s, one of which was unlicensed. They found 2 handguns and 90 high-capacity magazines. The student is being held without bail on charges of making criminal threats. His brother is 28 years old. He was in the Army in Texas. He is also being held on charges of possessing an assault weapon. And
been modified?
Yeah, and he wasn't supposed to have this second one. It wasn't registered. So they're trying to figure out where he got these and why he was letting his kid brother have access to them.
That's crazy.
We don't have a lot of these, so how about a nice story in the news?
Love that.
This is Canada with a very
It
Canadian.
is not. Oh,
It seems like it out there,
she's
though.
lost her mind. Little snow does that.
A story out of Edmonton. A woman was out having coffee. Her name is Tess Abugusi. She was out seeing some people having some coffee, and then she was out running. She's going by, and a woman opens up her wallet to hand money to a panhandler. Is that an okay term to use now?
It is with me.
Yeah, I think so.
So somebody's asking for money.
I think with the bleeding hearts, it's not.
Really?
And bums is totally out. You can't call a guy a bum anymore. That's why bum fights was such a negative thing.
that and the beating of the homeless people.
You shouldn't do that.
So she sees the woman who's getting coffee open up her wallet to hand money to a man who's asking for money.
Yeah.
This man grabs the wallet and runs. The woman is out for a run. This Tess Abugazi, she chases him, tackles him.
A jogger?
Yeah.
They went by. Okay, I got
Yep.
it. I think I know what's happening here.
So lady having coffee hands money to the
Homeless person.
homeless person.
Yeah.
A woman running witnesses this. The homeless person grabs the wallet and runs. She runs after
the
him.
homeless person grabbed the wallet. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought, okay, I didn't know what was going on at all. Now I'm back.
And then the jogger gives chase.
Yes.
I thought the jogger thought that she was being robbed by the homeless guy, so grabbed the wallet to save her from being robbed. That's where I was on this.
That would be fun.
It would.
So nice lady with the wallet handing money to the homeless person. The homeless person decides that's not enough and wants the entire wallet. He grabs the wallet and runs. The jogger witnesses this, tackles him. The two of them talk for a while. She then took him out for coffee and said she
Now
just...
they're dating? They just really hit it off. She tackles him. There
She
was
said-
the chemistry there.
Nothing romantic, but she said if you treat people like they're human, you hope they respond in kind. And that she talked him through it and realized he was down on his luck and he apologized. And she is now asking for no charges to be pressed. And so is the lady whose wallet got stolen.
May I just say?
And
Nick Spike's beard.
if I could add a little.
Yeah. Would you like to go first as wife?
No, you please.
I will. So tell him how wonderful and what a heartwarming story this is when he robs the next lady and this
Right.
time hurts her.
Oh,
Yeah.
There you go.
and that's all you have to say?
Absolutely.
Well, no, he said,
Oh.
again, to quote my friend Paul,
But no, I mean, that's great. He's down on his luck. That's why somebody was giving him a handout, but he decided to take more. Why should we reward him for that?
and knocked a woman to the ground.
Right. He's a dangerous individual. We should absolutely press charges.
Yeah. And we should go back to calling him a bum. once they're really bad, it's like homeless and indigent. No, indigent's probably top of the food chain.
Yeah.
But once you hurt somebody, I can call you a bum.
Where's
I think.
Vagrant? Vagrant's in there somewhere, right?
Vagrant's like
Transient?
the cops, I think, are saying that.
All right.
I thought for some reason being a vagrant meant negative more than just being homeless. Homeless means you don't have a place to live.
It's 30 out.
Yeah.
Being homeless is as negative as it can be.
Yeah.
But I mean, I thought vagrant meant you'd done bad things, whereas a
No.
homeless person doesn't have a domicile.
No, it's very close to loitering, isn't it? Is you have no money, you can't support yourself in any way. You're a vagrant.
That's what I'm
It
saying.
does
I
seem
don't
worse
know.
than just homeless.
In my connotation, vagrant has always seemed really negative.
I was going to say, if you're a homeless vagrant bum, You should call us right now and tell us how you feel. But, I was going to say they don't have a phone. Every
Yeah, they
homeless
do.
guy I see is on the phone.
And I think the cops now technically have to call everyone a member of the community,
Oh,
no matter
yes.
what they did.
As
member
they
of the
tase
community.
them.
Yeah.
In Seattle. That is
Right.
true. Yeah. Back when we were kids, when we were misbehaving, a lot of us toilet papered a house.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time.
I can't believe I've done anything that wholesome.
Right.
I remember being a kid and seeing people toilet paper on Halloween, but I did it as part of football. Like you were getting ready for the high school football game, you would go toilet paper someone's house.
The other team?
No, for
Or
some
somebody
reason,
on the same team?
I don't understand why, but the cheerleaders would all go to the football players' houses and toilet paper their
Oh, okay.
house.
Oh, it's for attention. So it's not meant to be horrifying and, oh, man, who's going to get that off the roof? It's meant to be kind of a decoration, right? Like streaming like a weeping willow.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's and in hindsight, why would they have us do that? That's
Do you know what is not a good way to get toilet paper off your trees?
How?
Set it on fire.
Oh,
Such a bad
Danny.
call. I would tell you. That wasn't actually me. That wasn't even Jim O'Neill. That was Jim O'Neill's dad.
Well, in this case, some teenagers were toilet papering a house, and they were up to no good. This wasn't trying to show team spirit. This was just after midnight. They toilet papered a house. The homeowner came out, scaring them. A girl driving her truck slammed on the gas and jerked into action so quickly that she ran into a nearby house, hitting a gas main and an electrical outlet. And
That's
they
a
are
bad combination.
all in
So
huge trouble.
She hit the gas and crashed into the neighbor's house.
Yep.
God, wow.
She slammed the gas on so fast that the car shot off, the truck shot off.
That's why I was thrown. You slam on the brakes, don't you?
You slam on the brakes, yeah.
Yeah.
You jam on the gas.
Is that what you do? On your floor and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
you don't slam on the gas.
You jam on the gas?
I don't know what you do. I'm
think
just
so.
telling you what you don't do. What you don't do is slam on the gas.
Almost as fun as toilet papering somebody's house,
Yeah,
actually.
not quite.
Deluxe hotel accommodations, airfare, everything included. KZOK.com to find out all the details.
Right.
You know, there are prizes, I guess, worth more money technically than I go about. This is a great prize. This is a big award. It's a big award
Yeah.
show
Yeah.
with a real nice hotel and food in LA. That's a thing.
And
would-
no snow.
You should really enjoy this.
We just found out Bon Jovi, who did a live concert last night on the station, also going to be playing the awards show. So
Oh,
that's really
wow.
cool.
How was it? I didn't get a chance to hear it. Did you hear it?
Sounded great, yeah.
Man, what a good idea. And what a good idea of Bon Jovi to do it. The guy doesn't need to do anything anymore.
Right.
I don't mean because he's so rich. He's going to sell out because he's Bon Jovi. He doesn't need to be nice to us except to be nice to us. Which I
Yeah.
thought was awesome.
A 51-year-old man in New Orleans is in critical condition after he went to the police station with an arrow sticking out of his chest.
Huh.
They're trying to figure out who shot him.
He
How they
walked to
shot
the
him.
police station and said, "Have you seen General Custer? I left him somewhere."
All I think of is, I think it's from like the way olden days where you would have a hat with the fake arrow that went
Yeah.
over your head.
Oh, I
Like,
see Steve Martin playing a banjo.
Playing
Yeah.
a banjo was awesome.
I can't get that out of my head. But 51-year-old man, they're trying to figure out who shot his
His paw?
chest.
So not his paw. Not only the wrong species, but they're just the wrong part of the body. None of that is who shot his paw.
A man had some issues at his home in Michigan with skunks. A lot of us have seen skunks in the neighborhood, right?
I lived in Griffith Park. In the mountain, there were coyotes and animals all the time, and my dog wouldn't learn, and it was a huge hassle too. A German Shepherd
Yeah.
with all that right in the face 3 or 4 times.
Oh. Do you have to bathe them in tomato juice?
No.
No?
Do you know who the only person I ever saw bathe in tomato juice was?
Who's that?
Me. I forget what the name of the episode is, but we get skunked in the bus, and we all go running off, blah, blah, and we all bathe in the same tomato
Ew.
juice. Yeah, I used David Cassidy's old tomato juice.
We had a black lab that did the same thing, wouldn't stay away from the skunks, and we tried the tomato juice. It did not
It doesn't
work.
work.
No?
It doesn't even work on people. I don't know where that came from.
What do you have to do then? How do you get the smell off?
Thyme. No, the herb, thyme. You rub it all over the faces. You may
Well-
get a girl named Rosemary to do it. Halfway home.
In this case, the man did not have a dog with issues with the skunk. the skunks kept getting into his home. He said that they had got into a crawl space underneath the house. And he thought, okay, I've got to get rid of them because he can hear them. He can smell them occasionally.
And they're big.
Yeah. And you know what they do. So you'd rather avoid the issue of the smell. So he decided, in an effort to get rid of the skunks in the crawl space of his home, he was going to put a smoke bomb under there. So he goes into the crawl space, drops it down, puts the smoke bomb in. Well, it caught fire, burned his house to the ground.
That's not a good way. Well, I guess it is a good way. It's an efficient way to get rid of skunks.
Yeah.
Put in a smoke bomb. I put in a sex bomb. Me and Tom Jones. And go that song. Sex bomb, sex bomb. I'm going to see him,
The bright side is the police say there were no carcasses found.
Oh, it is good. No
So all the
carcass.
skunks got away.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So they'll be back when he rebuilds.
Now, we know here in Seattle, house prices are sky high. Rents are going through the roof. But across the country, other places are having similar issues. So much so that in Silicon Valley, it has changed the way they view their social standing. Palo Alto Weekly is a community newspaper, and they did a study asking people in the community, how do you define your social class? Now, some of these people...
Do you get options or you just have to tell them what you think?
Well, your options are usually lower class, middle class, upper class, rich pants.
Okay, so it's a money thing.
Yes.
Not a manners thing.
No, your
have
social
no
class,
class.
how much money you make, what do you consider yourself? And 81% of those responding considered themselves middle class. Some of them earned $400,000.
And they're middle class? Don't be middle class because I'm ruined.
They consider themselves middle class. I said
Well,
that
now I consider myself desperately poor.
Yeah. Because I would have considered myself upper middle class, to be honest with you.
And now, what are you? You would probably consider
I'm
yourself...
gonna go middle class
Right.
or in huge trouble.
They said that the prices of housing is so sky high that most people are house poor, which then means most of their money is going towards paying mortgages or paying rents, making them middle class. They said that the median price of a home in Palo Alto, $3 million.
Jeez.
That's insane. Median price of a home in Palo Alto, $3 million.
I was just there a few years ago. My sister-in-law, my niece, whatever the hell she is, Amy's sister, got married.
Sister-in-law.
There. Same thing.
Your niece.
Yeah. But she was there, and they had barbecued oysters. All you could eat
Yum.
from the #1 farm in America, because they had that out in magazines right next door. You could see it. They'd
Wow.
go get them and come back with a whole new pastel or whatever you have of those things, flamboyants, and they'd barbecue them right on the sea. It was awesome. But $3 million, the average price of a house? It's not like that
Crazy.
great or anything.
They said on average, the typical house will sell for 110% of the list price.
Yeah, I think that's what mine went for.
Crazy. A vegan company's dairy-free coconut milk yogurt has been touted as so wickedly good you'll barely believe its ingredients are not in the slightest bit naughty. It's been recalled. Well, normally when you hear about something being recalled, Danny, you rush out and get it.
Right.
And this,
That's not exactly right, but I get why you would think that.
I'll show you.
Yeah. No, I was afraid of recalls. They don't mean the box of Cheerios I have right now.
Right.
this vegan company's coconut milk yogurt, they said it's so good. You're not going to believe it doesn't have milk. It tastes just like the real thing.
Because it has milk.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, it's over the top with good. I can tell. I can tell by the way you're reading it.
Yeah, they realized, oh man, there's milk in here. So they're now recalling it because some strict vegans are upset.
I was at the Bubba Gump Shrimp Company in Los Angeles. Anyway, I'm with my daughter, the vegan. And she orders the spaghetti, and which is chock full of eggs. And she goes, "Are there eggs in this?" And the guy with his thumb in her noodles at Bubba Gump Shrimp goes, "No, it's totally good for vegans." And like, I'm so happy that he lied to her and we don't have to sit through her, because that's being her veganism is such a manipulative thing. She's going to push us all around and eat where she says to eat. I could tell they were lying to her, and I was happy about it. And give my mom some more gluten so she'll toot. That's always funny.
It's time for today's
Tootin'
things.
with gluten. That's what we say.
Tootin' with gluten
Yeah.
and Putin.
Yeah.
It's time for today's things are not right in Florida. Story of the day.
Yay!
Florida man got into a bit of an altercation, albeit one-sided. He was at the gas station, one of those gas stations where they sell all sorts of food and beer and snacks. He went in and tried to buy some beer. The attendant said, "I'm not selling you any beer. You're clearly intoxicated." He got pretty mad, started to throw hot dogs at her. She just kind of let it go, said, "I'm still not selling you the beer." But then he got a corn dog and basically went up to her face and went, boop,
He smacked her with a corn dog.
I swear to God.
poked her in the face.
I boop my wife, and it drives her crazy. And there's no, it's not a big deal. It's literally this. Boop. Touch the boob,
Yeah.
and then go, boop.
Touch the boob.
It now makes her way over the top crazy. Like I'm setting her on fire or something. Boop. Oh, you gotta don't boop me. I'm a grown person.
yeah, that's
Words,
you should
words,
stop doing that.
Yes, that's what's going to happen.
well, that's what took it to the next level. A corn dog boop to the face. She called the cops. He is now being charged with battery.
Yeah.
Oh, Florida.
Oh, Florida.
Florida.
What are you in for?
I hit somebody with a wiener.
Assault with a corn dog. Boop.
Right now, my wife is just kind of leaning up in bed and going, stop that. Go back to sleep.
We've got music news, entertainment, and sports right around the corner. We've got another rock band booking a residency in Vegas, but I'm not sure you're going to want to scramble to buy your ticket to the show yet. The Mariners have announced a new slogan for the new season.
Turn it around.
Turn around.
It's not that, but we'll tell you what it is. And basketball, the NBA, is set to return to Seattle, sort of. We'll explain next in sports.
In DuPont on I-5 northbound at Center Drive, we do have an accident currently blocking the left lane, causing some delays. And also in Tacoma on Highway 509, 509 northbound between Portland Avenue and the Port of Tacoma Road, we are seeing some stop and go traffic due to an earlier crash that has been cleared. This traffic report was brought to you by Taco Bell. Have you seen the trailer for Web of Fries? You need to. While the movie is shrouded in mystery, Taco Bell's new $1 nacho fries covered in Mexican spices and dipped in warm nacho cheese sauce are very real and delicious. I'm Derek, and that's your look at traffic on 102.5 KZOK.
If you are thinking about getting engaged, you need to go and shop around. After you go and do some research, whether it's online or visiting stores, then go into Shane Company. They have a store in Linwood, and you're going to go in there and you are going to be blown away how much further your money will go and how much better the customer service is. They encourage you to go shop around, see what the other jewelers are offering in quality and service and value. And then you go into Shane Company. The difference is going to amaze you. You're going to see different rings. You're going to see beautiful styles. You're going to find that their warranty just comes with the ring. You don't find that at other jewelers. Plus, the salespeople there don't work on commission, so they're not going to pressure you. I have shopped there and other stores, and you know what? Other stores, I absolutely felt pressured to buy something and to buy something that wasn't in my price range. They're not going to do that to you at Shane Company. You're going to find something unique and absolutely beautiful. It is worth the drive. Go into Shane Company. You will decide what to spend on an engagement ring. Now you have a friend in the jewelry business, Shane Company.
This is Tori with your weather report brought to you by Fred Meyer. No new snow expected today. Temperatures will remain very cold, so be careful with your morning commute. Highs will reach the mid-30s, and we should be seeing some sun later today. It's currently 29 in downtown Seattle. Winter's on the way, and Fred Meyer has all your stormy weather essentials. Save on coats, gloves, ice scrapers, candles, and batteries, plus canned soup, bread, coffee, cocoa, and everything you can on to keep your family cozy. Now at Fred Meyer. That was your weather. I'm Tori on 102.5 KZOK.
Starting with music news, another rock band headed to Vegas for a residency. A lot of different bands have gone and done residencies.
I would see 100% of them, and I would rush out to see 75% of them. Like the, who are the Bye 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 guys?
NSYNC?
NSYNC, did they have a thing there? An NSYNC type band?
I think they did.
Yeah, and they did really well, right?
Yes.
Yeah, people. That's a lot of fun. Like I wouldn't knock down any doors to see Mariah Carey, but I wouldn't not go if somebody gave me a ticket. So they're pretty good, these residencies.
Yeah, and bands like, people like Britney Spears, but a lot of rock bands seem to have been doing it. And the latest, Nickelback.
Really, I love Nickelback.
Nickelback have a residency at the Joint in Las Vegas that starts tomorrow night. And they said, this is a test run. We're going to see how we like it, how Las Vegas likes it, see how it works. We'll have Canadians running wild in the streets in even greater numbers than normal in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Oh, I can't wait to see Canadians running wild in the streets.
It's going to be hard to tell who's who. The last time I was in Las Vegas, it was just stupid. And just
As in crazy wild?
packed with people in, falling down drunk, naked women with just these little things over their nipples.
Really?
Just on the street. And you'd take a picture with them for money.
Oh, my.
But it was a donation because they had no permits, that kind of thing. They're the same thing. They're big-boobed Batman in Los Angeles.
Paul, you just went. Did you see that same thing?
Yes, and the thing that I had forgotten about was that it's 24 hours. It'd be 8:30 in the morning. You're going to breakfast, and there's people fall down drunk in the lobby of the hotel.
Jeez.
And they're trying to find out did they gamble away the house, too? There's a lot of them that just gambled away. That's the one stupid thing, in my opinion, that I don't do. When we go to Snoqualmie, we go a bunch. Amy gambles a little, and that's fine. Mm-hmm. But I can't believe that I came to my senses without doing anything that terrible. I made some small mistakes drunk and sat down at a blackjack table several $1,000s later and hey, that's stupid. But I've now thought in real life, I'm not good at it. I'm going to lose every time. It's not like the house wins sometimes. I'm terrible at it. I don't even get it completely. So I haven't gambled a penny in several years, since Atlantic City, I think.
Wow. I like playing blackjack, but sometimes I
too.
feel such pressure because other people at the table get mad at you.
Yeah, which bugs me.
You need to move fast.
I'm sitting there. There's a couple of guys, but only one talked to me. Well, I certainly can't say what I said to him. So I often hit on 12, no matter what the dealer's got. If the dealer's got a 6, you shouldn't touch a 12. Let the dealer break on the next card. That's what you're going to do. I think there's so many cards between this and a 10.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit no matter what the dealer's got, and I'm wrong every time, and I bust every time. So she's got a 6, and I said, all right, hit me. And I hit on 12, and I busted, and okay, that'll happen. But the guy next to me, thanks, man. You took her card. And really yelled at me, and that was a bad call on his part. I said, you want to gamble? You certainly are.
Jay-Z had a heck of a weekend celebrating the birthday of one of his co-workers and close friends. They went to a party in a club. They had a party in a club. And for some reason, Page Six got a hold of the check.
Yeah.
They spent $110,000 on drinks.
Nice.
That seems like a lot.
And doesn't he own the champagne company that he's drinking?
Yep, and paid full price for it.
Wow.
But he gets it all back.
What do
then.
you tip?
He tipped what winds up being like 15%, but it's a huge sum of money.
That's also not bad for drinks.
Right. Because all it was is opening a bottle of $9,000 champagne or whatever it is. They said the tip was totally adequate, but he was drinking.
I want to spend $120,000 in a night to find out I'm adequate in any way.
Well, the TV show Family Guy.
Yeah, my
Has-
favorite show. Watched it last night.
Which
I think I
episode
got in
did
a
you?
little argument about it last night.
Really?
Well, she wanted to talk to me, and I said, "Hey, I'm watching this," and she said, "It's a cartoon." It's like you could just put this on real. And that happens all the time.
Yeah.
You and I were talking something off the air yesterday about Family Guy, about one of the episodes, and
We had both seen it.
Yeah.
It was when they went to see Anne Murray
yes.
and found out she didn't write the words to the song that they liked, so they killed her. They committed a lot of murder on this. We're like, hey, you just because you're a cartoon, you can't kill that guy.
Oh, it was such a bizarre episode, but a lot of them are. And now Family Guy announced that they will finally address Stewie Griffin's sexuality.
I can't believe I agreed to 4 costume changes. Oh, who am I kidding? I insisted on it.
Like, do
Well,
we
I don't
need
think you need to
clarity?
address that any further.
No.
really.
Do we need any more clarity on that?
By the way, so I'm watching it last night, and the dog, what's the dog's name? Roger?
Brian.
Brian.
Brian, thank
Yeah,
you.
Roger's the
you.
alien
So,
on the other cartoon you watched.
Brian has written a successful book, and he goes on Bill Maher. And it's really Bill Maher, Dana Gould, who I really like, and Ariana Huffington.
Yeah.
That's
and they're
so
really
funny.
there looking at a spot being mean to the dog.
Yeah.
It was really funny.
Well, Seth MacFarlane is very good at what he does.
I was going to say he's full of himself, but he's like full of everybody, really.
But he voices it, he writes it. He's a really talented guy. And he said that to kind of get through this, addressing his sexuality, they have a special guest star, Sir Ian McKellen, who will play Stewie's therapist. Now, Ian McKellen is has come out as a homosexual.
Yeah, he's
So-
openly gay and pretty damn happy about
Yeah.
it.
But some people aren't so sure about Stewie, right?
He's a gay serial killer. He's Andrew Cunanan.
Farewell, Brian. I'm off to sea. An hour from now, I'll be surrounded by seamen.
I think that says something.
It's never been addressed, though. They've never addressed it.
Well,
or
they never
confronted it.
pinpointed. There's jokes about it.
Yeah, it's come up, but
Yep.
they've never like sat down with a therapist.
Right.
Apparently, they're doing that now.
Hey, Lois, little less yakety yak, a little more cutting up my banana. What am I supposed to do? Stick the whole thing in my mouth? I mean, oh, hello.
Now, there has been some talk, too, about Meg Griffin maybe coming out as a lesbian in a future storyline, but we will find out for sure when he goes and sits down with his therapist. Actor Ryan Reynolds, known for his smart-talking superhero Deadpool, among other things, but now he has decided to take an ownership interest in Aviation Gin, a premium liquor that was founded in Portland. It's a London-style gin, and he's decided he loves it. And what do you do when you're rich and famous? You buy
You
stuff.
buy it.
Yeah, sure.
Personally, I have never tried this Aviation Gin. I have no idea if it's delicious, but he says it is.
Believe it or not, the only person I've ever seen drink gin was Tori.
Yeah.
And she didn't really drink it. She just sat there and looked at it and smelled it a little bit. But at that weight,
still got
that'll do,
drunk.
yeah.
Drunk off the fumes.
I did, 2-shot. I drink whiskey now, though.
Have you
Look
moved
at
over to whiskey?
you.
I fantasize about alcohol in some portion of every second of every day. But in big things, it comes and it goes. And I've recently been thinking about if I could drink, I might drink whiskey, although I barely know what it tastes like.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you what a good one was. I guess I'm a Macallan 12-year-old, but I've never really had a mouthful of it.
Well, it's something that a lot of people don't like or don't think they like. I would imagine with Tori, did you get turned on to it when we went to Whiskey Rocks?
I did, and my uncle's really into it too. So I brought him to Whiskey Rocks last year. It's amazing. We should, yeah.
So she's going to be there in full force this year, and she might even have more than 2 shots.
Nice.
If you guys haven't gotten your tickets yet, get them now. WhiskeyRocksNW.com. As we've said, you get to sample whiskeys from around the world, and it is at Safeco Field, which is spectacular, and it happens on March 10th.
I have been around a lot of the world. I've done some really cool things. Been at like cool parties with fancy people and everything. And the first time I saw a guy drinking a glass of whiskey with a big baseball-sized thing of ice in the center,
Yeah.
which just looks so cool,
Yeah.
was Gary Crow's birthday. Like, where they been hiding that cool trick?
I am such a snob in that respect that if I go somewhere and I order an old fashioned and they don't have the big baseball size ice cube, I don't want it. Like, you can't just serve me regular ice cubes. It's gonna ruin my drink.
You could have stopped that sentence with "I'm a snob." You'd be fine. We know.
Well, you remember Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I do remember all of them.
Well, the first one really is what resonated with people from back then. to
Super
now.
creepy. Super creepy.
Yeah, the boat song.
The boat.
Terrifying. I still have
killing
nightmares.
people and doing weird stuff. And
Yeah.
innocent children go flying up chutes and stuff.
Right.
When you view it again as an adult, you're right. There was a lot of kind of craziness.
Why? Who wrote that and said, the kids will never notice that he's a murderer?
Roald Dahl. But the film star Gene Wilder came out in 1971. Of course, there was the remake with Johnny Depp that was stupid. However, people still love the original movie.
Yeah.
So much so that a company called Advanced Tech Services has determined how much would it cost to run the real-life version of The Chocolate Factory.
Okay, people have too much time on their hands, but I totally want to know.
Yeah. So, meaning if you wanted to go to his factory, what it cost for that tour? Or
Nope.
what it cost him to run that
To build the
factory?
factory
Yes.
with the river of chocolate and
Yep.
the Oompa Loompas and everything.
The River of Chocolate, for example, would cost $32.7 million.
Holy cow. What about wallpaper that tastes like snozberries?
$2,652.
Really?
Now, just on that, it's throwing away money on a lot of people. Because Sarah would never go into a room that's full of yummy wallpaper and go, well, 9 people with boogers just next to this. I'm not doing it.
That is true. The most expensive, though, would be the Oompa Loompas' salary, $73.4 million, plus their health care would be an additional $8 million.
Yeah, I don't think that's accurate.
And I don't think Wonka paid the Oompa Loompas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they're incarcerated.
You think it was slave labor?
I think it's
I
slavery.
do think so, yeah.
The Golden Goose Egg would be $6,000, and the Flying Glass Elevator, $109 million.
No, the golden goose is an income stream.
Yeah.
You're going to get revenue from the golden goose.
The grand
These
total,
numbers are a little flawed.
Yeah, I really think so.
grand
I mean, we're
total
taking
would
this
be
very seriously.
So are they.
$224.6 million.
For what? The whole thing?
The whole thing. I don't think anyone's building that anytime soon.
No.
Let's take a look at sports.
Sports.
Sports brought to you by Bradley Johnson Attorneys. If you're facing a DUI, call 1-800-DUI-AWAY, 1-800-DUI-AWAY. Each year, the Mariners have a new slogan. And this year, well, I'll tell you what it was the past couple years. We had, "Are you ready?" And then we
I
had,
am.
"Whatever it takes."
What are we sloganing?
The Mariners.
Okay.
This year,
How about turn it around?
the slogan is good.
What?
Scott Service said, well, can you expand on that? He said, we're pretty good.
That doesn't sound
It
good.
does, yeah.
Sounds
even
bad.
Tony the Tiger is great.
Yeah.
Well, if you are playing perhaps from one of the Caribbean nations, then it will be bueno, because we do have Spanish speakers on the team. So
The Caribbean nations speak Spanish.
Some of them, yeah.
Dominican Republic and Cuba, I guess.
Yeah. We have a lot of Dominican baseball players, and they said it'll be bueno for those who speak Spanish. Some are from Venezuela. Where's Robinson Cano from? He's from a Caribbean nation. I forget which one.
Who
He speaks Spanish.
is saying good
That would be the Mariners.
about themselves?
Yes, Scott Service, who runs the Mariners.
Well, put that on a
We're good.
T-shirt.
Yeah,
Seattle Mariners.
It's going to
Good.
be on T-shirts. It will be on the players' chairs. Good.
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 Well, the Mariners season, the preseason spring training games do get underway tomorrow, 12-10 versus the Padres.
All right. Good.
A very exciting hockey game took place last night. I would say one of the most exciting hockey games
That
I
was
have
awesome.
seen
Couldn't believe it.
in years. It must have been really good for you to have watched it, Danny.
Why?
You're not really into
Oh,
hockey.
I didn't watch it. I saw it on the news. I'm watching girls hockey. Oh my! So you don't really like hockey
Women.
that much, but here's girls playing it.
This is a national team. This is USA.
Do I
USA.
not know what is coming up as well as anybody else?
Yeah,
Did
no,
you
it's-
watch a whole girls hockey game?
I did twice. I
You
watched.
are lying. You're lying.
I watched the I watched
you
it
are
live
not
and then
good.
watched the replay.
You cannot play with the Mariners.
All right. I watched the overtime and I watched the shootout a couple of times.
I saw the shootout.
That's
I didn't
exciting.
do anything.
Oh, it was
And?
amazing.
It was
Okay,
amazing.
So
was
first of
amazing.
all, the winning
I didn't
goal.
find it that amazing, by the way.
No?
You're
The
high.
shootout I saw, we won, and they didn't get the ball. Nobody got a shot.
Right. So
the Canadian doesn't get it. Nothing really happens.
well, that's what has to happen. So they were shooting second.
Right,
so,
but you didn't shoot and go, good. You shot and went, ah, ha, ha, the Canadian sucks.
But the winning goal was impressive in
Yes.
that it was a triple deke, which I thought was just a made-up move from Mighty Ducks. I thought only Emilio Estevez can do that, and then
It was
she
amazing.
goes out and
See,
does
I
it.
was misinformed when I heard that I could see girls in a triple D. Oh, man, that's pretty awesome.
It's the triple deke.
Oh, it's totally different.
It was amazing. That goal was amazing.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
The United States beat Canada for their first Olympic gold since 1998 in women's hockey.
Take that, Canada.
By the way,
Take that, Canada. It was a huge
just
win.
because it's not my game, it's not the Seahawks or anything, but they won a gold medal from my country, of which I
Yeah.
am so
Yeah.
proud. But when you say it was an amazing shot, getting that little puck in there at 1,000 miles, every shot that works is amazing. I can't
Yeah.
believe that
Yeah.
ever happens.
And most of
And
the
that's
time,
why games are 3-1 or 1-1 or nothing.
Yeah.
yeah, most of the time the deke doesn't work at all.
I'm getting all riled up, and I don't really care that much.
The U.S. men's team, by the way, has not won gold since the 1980 Miracle on Ice. This was a huge
Kurt Russell.
victory for America.
He was a great
He
player.
was your coach.
Coach, whatever.
Congratulations to the United States women's hockey
Yeah,
team.
absolutely. Gold medal. What's the medal count now?
We're
And
all the
don't
way
give me
up-
the whole thing. What do
we're
the
all way
Americans
up-
have?
all the way
The
up to fifth.
Americans are in fourth place
Oh,
with
fourth place.
21 medals. In first place, it's still Norway with 35.
All right.
We are getting up there, though. We've had over the past 2 days some pretty big victories.
You were very
And this
funny
morning.
yesterday because I asked you in all sincerity. I said, "Is there?" Because we usually walk away with as many or more medals than every other country. We're America, and I said, "Is there an event coming up that just all of a sudden we catch up?" And he said, "Yeah, it's called the Summer Olympics." It was very funny.
Oh, thank you. That was funny of me to say. That was Paul.
Whatever. Somebody said it.
Yeah, somebody funny said it.
The NBA will be making a triumphant return to Seattle this year.
I think we're being tricked.
We are.
I thought so.
We will be hosting a preseason game. That's according to the Sacramento Bee. The report is the Sacramento Kings and the Golden State Warriors will be hosting an exhibition game October 6th here in Seattle.
Kings
Now-
fans have to be freaking out because we almost stole their team.
Yes.
And now they're coming up here to play in our building.
Yeah.
What if we just keep
It's going to
them?
be like North Koreans. Everybody's watching them to make sure they don't defect.
Right.
You have to go back.
Yeah.
Some people believe that this is the NBA testing out the viability of a new team coming to Seattle. So
Oh, totally is.
we should go. We should make sure everybody goes to this.
You were telling us that because I didn't know this, that the $500 advance or deposit
Yep.
to see an NHL game, a
Yeah.
season ticket here, I had no idea that you have to sell 1,000 tickets or whatever, 5,000 tickets
10,000.
before the league goes, oh no, they can have a game. I had no
Yes.
idea. That was just a thing we were doing.
Yeah, I
No.
don't think they have a set limit, but what they got in Las Vegas was 10,000, and I think that's what they aimed for. Is 10,000 deposits on
Yes.
season tickets. NHLSeattle.com if you want to get your season ticket deposit put down.
Yeah, and you are encouraged to do that because, like you said, we need to prove to them that we are going to support this team. They really need everybody's support. So NHLSeattle.com, and this has to happen by the 1st of March. So
Wow.
I'm going to go do that right now.
Yeah.
All right.
This traffic report is brought to you by Fred Meyer in DuPont on I-5 northbound at Center Drive. There was an earlier accident that has been cleared, but you are still seeing some stop and go traffic through that area. And on I-5 northbound just after Joint Base Lewis McChord, there's an earlier accident that has been cleared from there as well, but also seeing about a 10-minute delay as you make your way past that incident. Winter's on the way, and Fred Meyer has all your stormy weather essentials. Save on coats, gloves, ice scrapers, candles, and batteries, plus canned soup, bread, coffee, cocoa, and everything you count on to keep your family cozy. Now at Fred Meyer. I'm Derek, and that's your look at traffic on 102.5 KZOK.
So where does the time go? It's 3 minutes after 7, but that means the good news is that we 17 minutes away from 7:20, and 7:20 we play Better Than Vetter, which has been a home run every time. Which I think aren't they going to play at Safeco? So the whole home run thing that works for me. So be here at 7:20 and be Better Than Vetter and go to the show.
Pearl Jam tickets. A video went viral of a woman on an airplane freaking out just before takeoff because she was seated next to a baby.
Right.
And it wasn't some cute little oogly googly baby. It was a screaming, terrified monster sitting next to her. Now, you kind of get it. Like, a screaming baby is hard on an airplane.
Yeah.
But she overreacted and she wound up getting kicked off.
Almost any reaction is overreacting. You can't say that poor mom. She's horrified. She's embarrassed. She knows everybody hates her. If anything, you have to wish her well.
Yeah, and she, I think, did feel embarrassed after the fact. But this has happened so frequently that some airlines, not American, not airlines that are based in America, but some in Europe and Asia, are actually offering services. You can pay a little more and sit in a child-free zone.
I don't believe that that's true. You guys don't remember the smoking section on airplanes, but you're sitting there with the smoking section, so you're smoking, and the guy right ahead of you is in the non-smoking section and it's just wafting in his face, sometimes intentionally, because you paid to get rid of me. So I don't believe that there's a section here where unless they've got solid doors, there's no section, no matter how much you pay, that you're not going to hear a screaming baby.
But you might not have a kid kick the back of your seat.
True.
So there is something to be said for paying a little more, and no, that's not going to happen.
Oh, I think there's something to be said for paying a little more if it's something you really, really want.
Well, what is something that you'd pay extra for?
I will tell you this, that I pay extra. It's not going to sound that exciting, but I don't fly economy anymore, sister. I fly premium economy. And what is, Amy books there's these two seats, right? But they're the last seats, so they're not great for getting on or off the plane. But there's just a ton of room, and it costs $99 more than just regular economy. But I could not bring myself, and here's the thing I always say, I'm 5'6" and I don't drink. It's all first class to me. But the truth is, I don't need a lot. I don't want another person in the middle.
Yeah.
That's what I don't want.
Yeah.
So I'll pay extra for the word premium in front of my economy.
This is so sad, but when it comes to airplanes, I've done that too. I've paid extra for an aisle. I didn't even get any extra space.
I don't think you owe anybody an apology on that. I think that's fine.
It's
why you work.
I like to drink water. And
me
then
too.
Go visit the ladies' room. But there's a lot of stuff we pay extra for. It's not just the airlines. We'll pay a little bit more for something. Maybe you pay a little bit extra for a certain service. What is it for you? Call 800-252-1025 now. Let us know.
You know, there are people freaking out about babies screaming on airplanes. I have bumped up in my later years. I don't fly economy anymore. If I can get it, I fly premium economy and well worth it. And that's the question to you out there. What will you pay a little extra for? 1-800-252-1025.
I mean, there's a lot of people who pay for extra stuff on airplanes, but just in daily life, some people would pay just a little bit more to have their Starbucks waiting for them when they get there.
Totally.
Yeah.
When I told you about Wild Ginger, that a lunch there, now I overindulged. I shouldn't have even had so much. But my lunch there was about $100 before tip.
Jeez Louise.
But the thing is, when I recover from that sting of that, if you will, I will go there against exactly what I want out of a restaurant.
I gotta try it.
The service is wonderful. They make stuff with those little tweezers and nitro and all that stuff. Like, it's a real. They want to take care of it, and you're going to pay for that, and I will when I can afford it.
Well, what is something you will pay extra for? Something you'll pay just a little bit more because, well, why not? Let us know at 800-252-1025. Paul, is there something you pay a little bit more for?
Yeah, I mean, we all pay a lot of money for our TV and internet service already, but then we pay an extra $15 or so for HBO on top of it. I have like 700 channels. There was something on before I, had to add the HBO and other packages like that. But it's so worth it, that $15, because the HBO programming is so good.
So good.
Well, you needed Game of Thrones.
Right, exactly. But Game of Thrones is off and is going to be off for another 18 months. But there's still, you just think like, oh, there's got to be something I'm missing. I have to have that.
See, that is just such a gimme to me that what I pay for, and I think it's unreal. It's got to be $100 and something a month for all of my.
Cable.
It's not even cable; it's satellite, but everybody still calls it cable.
Right.
But I don't think about it as paying more because I just couldn't live without it, so I just pay it.
But similar to Paul, I do the baseball package and I do the hockey package. I don't even want to know how much I'm paying, but I could not live without being able to see every single hockey and baseball
That's so
game.
weird because in almost every thing else, I would imagine every dollar that's coming out of your pocket. You just seem like that kind of young lady to me.
Yeah.
But you're paying maybe $100. I don't know because I haven't done it for a whole package. You don't even question. You just know it's more and it's worth it. But the thing is, it's worth it to you. That
100%.
$100 lunch seems crazy. Totally worth it, and I will do it again next month when I recover.
Yeah, I don't know how much it is because that's one of the bills that Matt pays. And so I don't see it. It's all done online. Like, don't tell me. It's probably $150 a season.
This just occurred to me right now. This seems kind of funny, and it costs more, and I'm not even sure what it is. We're going to Disneyland, which right there is a couple $100 each, right?
Yeah.
We got the Max Pass.
Oh,
Good
the
for
Max
you.
Pass.
Worth every penny.
I don't even know what it is.
I'm guessing
It
you
sounds
get to
like the
skip
Max
lines.
Pass. Yeah. It sounds like they tried to work out these lines things, but I don't mind that. I'm going to spend $200 on each of us anyway, plus flights and hotels. It's a huge thing for me. But a little thing to get through the line, a little better service. It's service that I'll pay more for every time.
I think it's a pre-check-in. So, like, you can say, oh, I want to go on Space Mountain, and they'll say you can come back in 47 minutes instead of standing in that line for 47 minutes.
Nice. And that sounds like it's worth paying extra
By
for.
the way, 47 minutes is nothing. Disneyland now, I don't know how
No, that's the line for the
popular
bathroom, I think.
because of Universal Studio Tour has done so well and things like that. I don't know how busy it is, but 4 hours for the Matterhorn was nothing when I was a kid.
Oh, my goodness. That's crazy. So it's worth it to pay extra to cut that line. Alan Tacoma, what is something you're willing to pay extra for?
Hi.
Hey.
I fish the Columbia and its tributaries, and you have to pay it's relatively cheap. It's a $14 annual endorsement fee you're paying to fish the tributaries and the Columbia.
So that's on top of your fishing license. You want to go use your fishing license there, it's another $15.
Yeah, 14. But
Wow. Okay.
But he gets the primo fishing
Totally
spot.
seems worth it to me. Totally.
Yeah.
I wonder how many of these I'm going to go, I get that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it totally seems like a thing, man. Thanks, Al.
What is something you are willing to pay a little bit extra for? That's the question at 800-252-1025. How about Ken in Tacoma?
How's it going, you people?
It's up. What do you mean, you people? How dare you? What up, Ken?
So my wife saw that Hamilton was coming to town, and to make sure that we got tickets, we had to start becoming season ticket members for the Paramount years in advance.
Oh, my goodness.
That's not nothing because, and we're not even at, they just, I'm there a lot. How much was that?
About $1,100 a year.
It's not that bad, buddy. I paid $400 for 2 tickets and didn't end up using them.
Well, your wife did.
My wife and a friend of
Yeah.
hers. And then we went later on a night for press night. And here's the thing on that. Do you think it's worth it?
Abso-freaking-lutely.
I'm with
Good
you
for you,
completely. I'm with you. I love this little segment. Makes me feel good about the stuff I do because I agree with you. That $400 was really well spent.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than paying a little bit extra for something and then realizing you didn't actually get anything in return.
You know what I get? Everything works perfectly on something like that, but somebody tall sits in front of me.
Oh.
You know, I paid $7 million, totally worth it because it's Hamilton. Here we go.
Yeah.
And then one of the Lakers sits down.
Margaret in Tacoma, something you're willing to pay a little extra for?
Absolutely. After watching our meat industry and how they lobby and the reduced quality of our animal products, I pay a lot more for organic or free range, whatever.
Yeah. All right.
Milk, eggs.
Yep,
Yeah.
eggs. I do that too. I'll pay more for free range eggs.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. If
definitely.
it tastes the same to me, I don't care.
Really?
Yeah.
I think they might taste the same, but you don't know what it's doing on the inside.
Oh, and they don't taste this. Maybe with eggs, although I would think that our eggs taste a little different than what you're getting from the store.
Definitely they do.
But definitely meat and produce are the places where you can taste the biggest difference in your dollar.
About 20 years ago, I went to Australia and I ordered a steak, a nice like New York steak or whatever it was. And I thought there was something wrong with it. And they said, there's no chemicals in it. The Americans always say that. I guess now
So
I'd be used to it, but
Yeah.
we did not have the option 20 years ago for free
Yeah.
range whatever.
Yep. And I think a lot of people feel that way. It's worth it because you're going to get a better flavor. Your pork, your steaks.
You know
Why
what?
not?
Any indulgence that makes you happy, and sometimes it's the fact that it is an indulgence that makes it so good. I say, well worth it.
Dave in Federal Way, what is something you're willing to pay extra for?
Half a day from Guam, guys.
Hey, buddy.
Great snow day today.
Yep.
Hey, my car says it'll take regular unleaded, but I like putting premium unleaded. For some reason, it makes it run longer,
Really?
run better too. Yeah,
know,
so I
that-
pay a little bit more for the gas.
That's what they say, my friend. But the recent scientific surveys, there's almost no difference on
Yep.
your engine.
I think
it
it just makes you feel good.
Save the money.
I remember Gibbons used to do that. Gibbons, who worked here for a while ago, he had a junker.
Yeah.
He had like
Oh, yeah. A tank
1,000
of gas cost more than the car.
Yes, he
Not
put
him.
in
I bought
premium.
that junker for him.
This was 3 junkers later.
Oh,
He was putting in premium and then finally said, "What are you doing? You're just throwing money out the window." It actually says on your car, "Do not put in premium."
once when I had a Dodge Viper, very early in the Dodge Viper, well, nicest car I ever had. I put premium in that. Now I look back and, hey man, I wasted a lot of dough on it. But the car was a fortune.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, in a weird way, I would pay for, but I don't. I ask for a deal at Phil Bivens at Tacoma Dodge every time I get my car, and it's a nice Jeep. I don't know how much it is, but still
He takes
40
care of
G's or whatever. Yeah. But I'll pay for a car.
Rod and Bothell, something you're willing to pay extra for?
Hello, you PLPO.
I'm not sure what happened there, but I'm with you, Rod.
I pay, if I get a cheeseburger or something and they have a soup of the day, I'll pay extra for a bowl of soup instead of fries or something like that, whatever they have for the side.
Hey,
I'm a soup guy.
we could date because you know where I'm going there, Rod. Is there's a whole. It's not. I don't think it's Soup Plantation, but there's a thing in downtown Seattle that's like 25 fresh soups, and that's all they sell. I love me some soup.
Oh, I want to go there.
And a good soup like a lobster bisque or a New England clam chowder. I think it should be $5. If it was 11, I go, okay, I just won't have something else.
And Jamie in Historic Kent, something you're willing to pay extra for?
Oh, I'm willing to pay these $5 to get in the HOV lane to go 55, 54 miles an hour.
Nice. And is it working out for you? Because usually when I do it, every lane stops. Are you getting away with it?
Oh, yeah, I'm going 51 right now, baby.
Nice.
Good for you.
Hands free, though.
Yes,
Hands
of
free.
course.
Of course she's hands-free.
Tori, something you're willing to pay extra for?
I could go to the drugstore to get a box of bleach for $10 to do my hair, but I go to the salon and it's around $200.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, I know, but I don't go all the time. I don't go
No,
often.
but again, and it's the. I heard that.
Like she did that on
She
purpose.
did that. Purpose. She's mean to me like that. It's weird. It's our relationship. But that's the thing. It's the service of treating yourself. I get that. I think you work pretty hard for your money. It's. I would not if you were my daughter, I'd say, hey, stop doing it. Let's do the bleach thing. But you do work hard for your money, and if that's where it wants to go, I get that completely.
Yep. We've had some calls that said coffee. Definitely
Yep,
willing
definitely.
to pay
Oh,
more
yeah.
for a good cup of coffee. Rob in Covington says better guitar parts. He'll pay extra for.
Yeah, Rob.
And Derek, what is something you're willing to pay extra for?
I don't eat normal string cheese like some peasant commoner anymore. I live the high life and pay a little extra for Baby Bell. Best cheese on the planet.
Yeah.
Baby Bell is good.
I didn't know they even made a string cheese.
No, it's actually just the round cheese,
Yeah.
but it's just mozzarella.
But no, I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
You know what it turns out? And me and a lot of the callers and you will pay a little extra for the good life. For what
Yeah.
your idea
Yeah.
of the good life is. And I think it's worth. That's what you work for.
The Good Life, Baby Bell.
Yep.
Yep. The Good Life is winning your way in to see Pearl Jam at Safeco Field, and we are about to give you a chance to do just that. Playing Better Than Vetter.
Better than Vetter.
Better and better.
Yep, tickets to Pearl Jam if you think you can sing like Eddie Vedder. If you can, call right now, 800-252-1025, and get ready to sing this song. Better Man. That's a song you'll be singing today when we play Better Than Vetter. It's a tough one to sing, but if you can sing it better than Vetter, the prize is Pearl Jam tickets.
I mean,
August
Eddie
8th.
Vedder can do it. It can't be that hard.
Right, exactly. That's what I was thinking. You know who should call up and win?
Who?
Scott Stapp.
Yeah, girl. Safeco Field, August 8th, Pearl Jam. You can win your way in, but you'll have to sing. And if you're better than Vetter, or at least better than the other callers,
Right.
you'll win the tickets. So Justin in Linwood is our first singer.
Hey, Justin.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. You called just in time. Oh, dun, dun, dun. Doing tickets.
I haven't heard that.
Yeah, thanks, man. You're going to, if you win, you're going to go see Pearl Jam at Safeco Field. So what do you got, man?
I'm going to do my best here. My heart in my throat. So.
All right, Justin, here, we'll play you a little clip to make it easier for you, okay?
Okay.
Does that help a little bit? Are you ready to go?
She lies and says she's in love with him. Can't find a better man.
Wow.
That was good.
For being nervous, that was pretty decent.
Yeah. What does he sound like when her heart's not in your throat?
Right.
That was
That
awesome.
was pretty
Hold
fantastic.
on the line, Justin.
All right, Mike in Tacoma, would you like to hear the clip again?
No, I think I can do it.
Let's hear it.
Some pipes.
She lies and says she's in love with him. Can't find a better man.
Girl.
Do you know, for the longest time, I thought they were saying Butterman. What the hell is a butter? Why she can't find the
Can't
Butterman?
believe it's not butter,
It's
man.
other dairy products involved.
Mike also very good though.
Mike,
Yeah.
nice job there, buddy. Hang on tight. All right, let's get Beverly and Puyallup ready to sing.
Hey, Beverly.
Hey guys, I have a disadvantage because I'm a female here, but I'll embarrass myself.
You know what? I didn't usually look at being a female as being a disadvantage, especially with this crew. I think you're just fine. All right, so what do you got?
Do you want to hear the clip,
Okay.
Beverly?
Sure.
Okay. All right, Bev, take it away.
Okay. She lies and says she's in love with him. Can't find a better man. She dreams till she dreams no more. Can't find a better man.
That's pretty
Yeah,
good,
Beverly.
That's pretty good.
Beverly.
You know, for the first time, although Paul and I have voted the same way each time, and you
Yeah.
voted differently
Yeah.
each time, and I thought this was easy. Today, I think it's going to be kind of
It's
tough.
tough.
This is going to be
Can't
kind of
find
tough.
the butter,
So
man.
here's how this is going to work. We are going to say 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to yell the name of the person we think is better than Vetter. You guys ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Justin!
Wow.
easier than we
It was our
thought.
first unanimous decision.
It's incredible. Justin, buddy, congratulations. You are going to the Jeep winners window in our lobby to pick up your tickets to see Pearl Jam August 8th at Safeco Field. The rest of you can join us again tomorrow at 7:20. Rest those pipes and get ready to play again tomorrow to win your way in.
All I want to say is, how does my just-in-time joke sound now?
Yeah, Justin.
All right, cool. And by the way, stick with us. Big news of the day coming right up.
This traffic report is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino. In Sumner on State Route 167 northbound at Valley Avenue, there was an earlier accident that has been cleared, but you're still seeing some delays through there. And over in Monroe on Highway 522 westbound at 164th Street, there's currently an accident blocking the left lane. The winter entertainment lineup at Snoqualmie Casino is out now. Enjoy live music from the Pack on March 2nd and 3rd. Enter the Haggis on March 17th and many more. Tickets are on sale now. Visit snowcasino.com. Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's closest casino. I'm Derek, and that's your look at traffic on 102.5 KZOK.
Last night I stayed up a little bit past my bedtime. Okay, a lot past my bedtime. Had to watch the women's Olympic hockey team. Fantastic game. The women wound up winning at the gold. But you know what? All of a sudden I realized I'm up so late. But guess what? Today I feel fantastic. That's because I sleep on a My Pillow. I fall asleep faster and I stay asleep. So it's not necessarily about how many hours. It's about the quality. If you aren't feeling refreshed when you wake up in the morning, you need to change your pillow. You need a My Pillow, and you need to do it now to take advantage of the 4-pack special. It is 2 My Pillow premium pillows, 2 Go Anywhere pillows for half off if you use my promo code KZOK. Call them 800-304-4756. That's 800-304-4756, and don't forget that promo code KZOK. You'll get 50% off the 4-pack special. Don't let another night go by without getting the best night's sleep you can. MyPillow.com. Go to MyPillow.com and use the promo code KZOK.
This is Tori with your weather report brought to you by Aer Lingus. Temperatures are going to remain very cold today, so be careful when driving on those icy roads. Highs will remain in the mid-30s, and we should be seeing some sun throughout the entire day. It's currently 29 in downtown Seattle. It's never too late to plan that perfect spring getaway. Aer Lingus, Ireland's airline, invites you to discover Europe this spring. Fly from SeaTac to Dublin and connect to 25 European destinations, including Rome, Paris, and Amsterdam. Smart flies Aer Lingus. That's www.aerlingus.com. That was your weather. I'm Tori on 102.5 KZOK.
And it's all news to me, and it's brought to you by our friends at Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE, or you can go online and find them at goldbergjones.com.
There's a restaurant here in Washington that has been making national news. It's Chaco Canyon Organic Cafe in Seattle, and they have set up needle disposal bins in each of their bathrooms.
Oh, those don't taste good.
Now, according to Facebook posts, they are not promoting drug use. They simply know it's happening and want to make sure that those needles don't wind up on the street. Some people are finding this condoning.
Right.
They are also saying, you're saying that you can come into our restaurant and shoot up in the bathroom, which isn't something that patrons are really thrilled about.
Is that what they're saying?
That's what
Critics?
customers are critics of this are saying.
Where are the needle, the bins, if you will?
In the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, it's a terrible idea. I was sitting there going, basically, as wound up as I can get about it is not to care, all right? Yeah, I think people should have access to clean needles. I knew people that didn't, and they are no longer with us. So that seems like a great thing. But giving a junkie a needle in the bathroom of what did we just say on the whole segment of what I'd pay a little more for? It was service. That's not service to me. Oh, would you like that with a junkie or without?
Well, you don't get the needle there. You can dispose of the needle. It's a safe disposal. You probably
Right, but you have to walk into this good restaurant with a needle in your hand. That's the prerequisite. Yeah, I don't love it. And I love exchanges. I like those even things, safe shoot-up sites, just not at my dinner table.
And it's a good restaurant. I've been there several times. I just don't know how I feel about that either, knowing that that's what's in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I've seen it for years, though, in like mostly grocery stores. You see big chain grocery stores, but I assumed it was for insulin for diabetics, because you've seen those boxes where it says place needles and sharp objects,
and it says
here.
Points. No, they're required. Places of business are required. Certain kinds of business are, and believe it or not, it comes with square footage. You're required to have a points. I think points something they're called. And I'm fine with all of this. If you want to stand out in front of that restaurant and give people clean needles, man, if you want to give them safe heroin, I'm down with all of it. But I'm not good with, maybe junkies is too pejorative, but heroin addicts who are notoriously not hygienic going through my restaurant. And that's a fact, by the way. Apparently, heroin works better if you're filthy. Like if you don't shower, it's not as good when you're fresh out of the shower, apparently.
That's bizarre. If you've got triskaidekaphobia.
Yeah, fear of the number 13.
Oh, I thought it was fear of Triscuits, the crackers.
Nope.
I'm afraid of those
13
things.
Triscuits.
13 Triscuits, yes. Well, then this upcoming event is not for you. But if you love horror movies and love Friday the 13th, then there is a vacation that you can plan around.
I am willing to listen. Okay.
On Friday, April 13th, fans of the horror movie Friday the 13th will get a chance to stay overnight at the New Jersey camp where the original film was shot.
Wow. And what night of the year is it?
Friday the 13th.
What, this year?
This year.
Are they aware it's cold at that camp right now?
It might be okay. April, it's springtime.
You know, Tori just said something about Aer Lingus and springtime travel. Look out the window. It's covered in snow.
It is pretty out there.
It is pretty.
And pretty cold. You can get a VIP package at Camp Nobibosco in New Jersey. It's a Boy Scout camp that is closed to visitors except for this special event. And that's where Crystal Lake is.
Yeah.
You'll be able to see all of it, and ticket prices are only $135 to $175.
You know, it's something that I am certainly not going to do. But if it's your thing, if it's you're a fan of that movie and stuff, like I'm the fan of some movies and Amy's the fan of some movies.
Yeah.
We went to where they shot
Rocky Horror.
Rocky Horror. It had to cost us a couple of grand, man, to stay in that castle. But it was it was worth it. But this is just not my thing. I'm not flying across the country to stay at Freddy Krueger's campsite.
Yeah, I mean, for some people, like Tori will do those road trips to see ghosts and where murders have taken place, but this is all kind of fake. I mean, does that interest you at all?
You know, I would do it if it was the Overlook Hotel, like The Shining. I'm not a big Friday the 13th kind of girl.
Oh, I'd do an Overlook Hotel in a heartbeat.
I think everybody would do the Overlook Hotel, whether they've seen the movie or not. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. Well, Easter is right around the corner. It's on April Fool's Day this year, which is a little bit strange. April 1st is Easter, and it wouldn't be Easter without Peeps. This year's Peeps lineup will be even more fun and delicious.
And my wife pointed this out.
Yeah.
We need to designate a sound.
Do I need to say my name?
Well, here's what's happening. All
no, you have much juicier ones.
It sounds. I
think people can tell.
By the time it comes out, the processor and the phaser. Yeah. It all sounds the same.
Did your wife tell you she's having trouble discerning whose toots are whose?
Yes. And I happen to find the toots funny. Paul's, mine, everybody's toots, they're funny. But we do so much of it when we're both doing it, it seems like, Danny's lost his mind.
But I do know that both of you feel the same. So
about what? I forgot what we're talking about.
Peeps?
No.
How do you guys feel about
How did
Peeps?
I beat you to the tooth on the Peeps? Well, that was Dan.
How do you guys feel about poops? You can do
Poops
it together.
or Peeps?
Oh, Peeps.
You know where you can't buy poops.
I was wondering why nobody said anything. Not poops, Peeps. Peeps are going to be even more delicious this year because they have 8 new flavors to fill your Easter basket. Sour cherry that will be available nationwide.
Verging on sounding good.
You can go to Target to get a special box that are Neapolitan, lemon sherbet, and orange sherbet.
Yeah.
Those are
But they're Peeps. They reckon it's not orange sherbet. It's marshmallow ducks.
The Neapolitan version features chocolate and strawberry filling, and their other ones are dipped in chocolate.
There's filling?
Filling.
What's happening to Peeps?
They're stepping it up a notch.
They realized they were disgusting, and they're trying to
that's
make
what
them
happened.
taste good.
Now
The only thing good about Peeps is what they do in the microwave.
Yeah.
I love me some Peeps, but they do have a flavor that I'm not on board with. Pancake and syrup flavored Peeps.
Gross. I like pancake and syrup, but not
that was not us.
flavored marshmallow.
Because sometimes if I don't see your lips moving and I don't see my lips moving, I just assume I had an accident. But that was Sarah.
But Easter and April Fool's Day going to be the same day?
Yep.
I'm going to pretend that I hid eggs and Jelly Bean will just walk around for like 3 hours out in the yard.
Oh my God.
I'll probably take a nap. I'll say, oh, yeah, go out there
It's
and
the
find
biggest
eggs.
April's Fool ever. Doesn't Jesus get up and say, no, it's really me. I'm back. Look at the holes in my hands.
Sure.
Yeah. Say, April Fools. Jesus is funny. Jesus.
Could people really be manipulated into committing murder?
Yeah.
Well, that is the question being raised in Netflix's new reality special called The Push. You'll be able to watch the drama unfold in a heart-stopping trailer as a psychological illusionist named Darren Brown places unsuspecting individuals in stressful scenarios and then tries to pull the strings about social obedience. And you will see whether they will commit a heinous act just because they are told to.
Yeah, I believe they absolutely will. And I
Do
offer
you?
you Manson, you know, on that. And then much bigger case, I offer you the Nazi party. These were normal guys. They had kids and families, and the next thing they're doing that.
Well, this is called The Push. It heads to Netflix next Tuesday, and you will see how far this psychological illusionist can push people.
Psychological illusion.
How do you get that job?
My grandfather was a magician, a really good magician, and sometimes he would do mentalism. And I completely don't get this. There's no actual trick involved. There's just the way he goes. And all of a sudden, sure enough, the guy will produce the exact right coin or whatever out of his pocket in a theater 20 rows back. I don't know how that just happened, but I don't think he was that great of being a magician. Like good mentalists can really make you do stuff.
And that was the big news of the day. It is brought to you by Goldberg Jones. Divorce for Men at 1-800-DIVORCE or online at goldbergjones.com.
Go nowhere, my friends. Coming up, it's the Center's Filthy Forecast.
It's Sarah with your filthy forecast. Quite a front we have, choking downdraft. Oh, yes, this is a big old taste of wicked weather. Open wide. You're gonna need to prepare for this one. A nice, big gulp of sunshine today. Not what you were expecting. A happy ending to the cold hump day. Sunny and 40 today, but a big but. Tomorrow morning, you'll wake to lots of lubrication from above. That's right, a really large, overpowering storm is coming our way with lots of whipping winds and sleet. Do you like a good whipping cream for hot cocoa? I'll see you at my house later with the best weather front in Seattle. I'm Sarah.
Whipping cream.
Whipping
is a
cream,
thing.
yeah, okay,
Like some good whipping. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's what you meant. All right. That was Sarah's filthy forecast. But wait, man, Sarah's involving her beaver in a little more. Wait, be here tomorrow is what I'm saying. Right around the same time at 7:50. Because if you can tell us where Sarah's beaver's been, you have another shot at tickets to see Pearl Jam at Safeco Field.
This traffic report is brought to you by Aer Lingus. On Highway 522 westbound in Monroe at 164th Street, we have an accident blocking the left lane. And on State Route 167 southbound at Valley Avenue, also have an accident there blocking the left lane as well. It's never too late to plan that perfect spring getaway. Aer Lingus, Ireland's airline, invites you to discover Europe this spring. Fly from SeaTac to Dublin and connect to 25 European destinations, including Rome, Paris, and Amsterdam. Smart flies Aer Lingus. That's www.aerlingus.com. I'm Derek, and that's your look at traffic on 102.5 KZOK.
Yeah, it is 8:02 in the very cold morning. I had to run down to my car. Man, it's terrible. And that's in an underground garage. I thought it was going to start snowing down there. But anyway, it's 8:02. You know what would warm you up? Whiskey.
Oh, yeah.
Whiskey Rocks. Look
Yeah.
at me go.
Yum.
Hey, we're doing this Whiskey Rocks thing. It's really awesome. If you haven't purchased your tickets yet, you should. Whiskey Rocks. Now's the time to do so. It's a great event. Over 100 of the finest whiskeys and bourbons from around the world, live music, and so much more. March 10th, it has a tendency to sell out at the Terrace Club at Safeco Field. If you want tickets or information, please go to whiskeyrocksnw.com.
And we will all be there.
Yes, we will.
Now, why did you run down to your car, Danny? Did you forget already? You just did it.
I put away Girl Scout cookies?
Put away your Girl Scout cookies because Paul's little kid, Jelly Bean, came in yesterday to bring us all our Girl Scout cookies.
Oh, the little gangster.
The little gangster. It's Girl Scouts cookie
By the way,
season.
she doesn't find that funny. I thought she'd crack up. I think I called her an extortionist, and then when I explained what that was, I think she didn't love Uncle Danny anymore.
You know, often she says to me, I make the jokes around here, all right? So,
Which she does. I forget what her joke was the other day, but when she was so proud of herself is what was funny.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it is a time of year now. It is a season, Girl Scout cookie season.
Oh, yeah.
It's an event that happens every single year, and people tend to get really excited for it.
We were excited. Everybody was excited up here to see Jelly Bean come up with Girl Scouts.
Steve Slayton was all just like a crazed person, which I did not. I don't see that out of the Silver Fox. Just being that, I'm going to make that until that catches on, and people come up and call him and go, "Hey, can I hear some Led Zeppelin Silver Fox?" But he was just all about the Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah.
There's pictures up at KZOK.com too if you want to check
cool.
them out.
Who's cuter, me or Jelly Bean?
Oh, it's a tough one. People will have to decide for themselves.
All right.
KZOK.com.
I feel better about that.
But I think the Girl Scout cookie season is something we all get on board with. But a recurring event that I always get excited for, and you guys mock me relentlessly, is the supermoon. I will text you, be like, "Did you look at the moon?
You're
Did you look out the
obsessed
window?"
with the moon.
And she's obsessed with moons
She
in
is
general.
obsessed.
But it's just that I'm not sure you're telling me the truth, because why wouldn't I? If it's so super, why wouldn't I see it at least
Right.
once?
Yeah, one time it was so gigantic and so big, and you're like, "Yeah, I don't see it. Look out your window and turn right."
I did, and I didn't. I know it's there. I saw the news. I'm just telling you, I didn't see it, and it wasn't super as it wasn't the moon.
You believe the news, but you won't believe me.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a fair assessment.
yeah, totally.
Well, what is a recurring event that you do get excited for?
Oh God, I can think of a couple, but I will start with the obvious one, especially for my particular house or being a Seattleite, and that would be the fireworks at the Space Needle.
Oh, yeah.
I look forward to that.
Beautiful.
I don't know if I think about it all year, but the needle's right there out the window all year. But when we get close to New Year, I can't stop thinking about it. It's so great. And it's weird. I didn't think when we first moved here, I didn't think it'd be that great. I mean, something from Los Angeles where you're in a park and professional thing. They go up from all directions, or boats out in the ocean do it. I didn't. How are you going to do that? Spectacular, the Space Needle.
Indeed. Well, you guys listening, what's a recurring event that you get excited for? Let us know. Call 800-252-1025 now.
So yesterday, the adorable Jelly Bean, Paul's daughter, came by. She sold some Girl Scout cookies. I bought a bunch, and I do every year because, you got to support the troops. In this case, her Girl Scout troop. But you know what? You look forward to the Girl Scout cookies every year. I look forward to the fireworks from the Space Needle every year. What is something that you wait for, a seasonal event that comes around that you wait for?
Let's talk to Randy in Newcastle.
Hey, Randy.
Hey guys, hold on, man.
All right.
Hey, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something stupid and go with Bath Day.
Bath Day? What is Bath Day for
What's
you
Bath
or
Day?
for
The
your
day
pet?
that Randy bathes, for God's sakes.
It's like the Three Stooges crap, Bath Day every Saturday.
So how many people are you bathing?
Well, I don't know. It depends on what Saturday it is.
So I'm going to go with him. He's talking about Randy's bath day. I thought maybe there were some kids involved and they were adorable. No, it's my friend Randy. He's naked and adorable on bath day every Saturday night.
What's not to look forward to?
By the way, I like it. As you know, I'm a huge fan of bath salts.
Yeah.
Remember when you gave me those cooking salts and I thought they were bath salts?
Rosemary,
basil
thyme,
stuck to me
garlic.
for like 3 days. But yeah, I'm with you, Randy.
Oh, I thought of you too. A lot of people look forward to Bath Day.
Yeah.
A woman posted pictures on Instagram that she had used a bath bomb.
Yeah.
And it dyed her blue.
Really?
Yeah. She said she couldn't get it out.
That's the thing about really the store bought at these fancy stores $20 bath balls.
Mm-hmm.
You look at them and you think some kid made that.
Yeah.
They're not great and they're just wrapped up in saran wrap. It's
Yeah.
really weird.
Be careful. You might turn blue. Melissa and Puyallup, what's a recurring event that you get excited for?
It is the Puyallup Fair.
Yep.
Yeah.
Big winner right there. And then
That is-
deep fried weird stuff.
Deep fried weird stuff.
Yeah, deep fried weird
Definitely.
stuff.
That's what it says right there on the sign.
Yeah,
Deep fried
who
weird
deep
stuff.
fries butter and ice cream and bananas. It's just weird stuff.
A recurring event that you get excited for. Let's hear from Trucker Rob and Chehalis.
Hey, Trucker Rob.
Hey, good morning, sunshine. How are you, my brother?
Very well, sweetheart. What do you got for us?
Well, I got two of them, Danny. The first one I look forward to every year with the family. It's the last Saturday of April, which is the opening day of trout fishing.
Yeah.
We do this every year. The kids get to miss on Monday because we do a weekend trip. We've done it since I was a kid with my brother and dad, and we absolutely look forward to it. Now, my second one I look forward to, and it hasn't happened yet, but I'm holding out faith. It's the day you get your Hollywood Star Walk of Fame, brother.
You know what? I don't know that it's a seasonal thing that comes around all the time, although it does seem that just about everybody gets one eventually.
It
but
is a
me.
recurring event, just
Yeah.
not with your name on it.
I'll tell you what, Trucker Rob, there's something kind of along the day of trout season over here. Every year, I look forward to clamming. Every year.
And But you every never year- go.
No, but that's not the point.
Yeah,
Every year,
you look
Lenny
forward
calls
to
me up crying, says he
Yeah.
said this year was the year. But I mean to go. But in the meantime, I really do look forward to it because I always think I'm going.
And the thing we know for sure is this year's the year.
Absolutely.
You're definitely going to go.
Yeah.
You and Lenny going to go clamming.
What's a recurring event that you get excited for at 800-252-1025? I have so many other than the super moons, but one of the other ones I really like is Beaujolais Nouveau. Comes out every November, and it's a new grape, and it gets bottled, and you're supposed to drink it like right away. And each year you get different artwork on the wine bottle, and each year you find out if it's any good or not, because sometimes it's awful.
The artwork?
The artwork on the wine bottle.
How do you not know the second you look at it?
You anticipate it. What's the artwork going to
okay.
look like this year, and is it going
I
to
thought
be
maybe
good?
you get geezed on a bottle of wine and your perspective changes.
That's kind of like fresh hop beers when the hop season is, and they always have beer that was brewed with fresh hops. It's exciting every year.
All
And
right,
sometimes it's great.
Every summer, and I really do look forward to this, Amy and I go to Juneau, Alaska, and eat a king crab at Tracy's Crab Shack. And here's the thing. Juneau's kind of a dive. There's no good hotel.
Yeah.
I don't know why we do, but we have so much fun. We go to the Viking and we play pool. We're terrible at pool. But yeah, every summer we go to Juneau.
What's a recurring event you get excited for? Yo, in Olympia.
Hey, yo.
Hey, Debo.
What's happening?
Well, every year I get excited for berry season. Strawberries and blueberries and blackberries, Marion berries.
Do you look forward to them because you're going to go pick them, or you look forward to them because they're in the supermarket?
Because I'm going to eat them.
Okay, fair enough. That's a good answer. Either way, eating them is the end.
And, one of those recurring events that is similar, like each fruit has a season. So you'll go, and right now it's those satsumas, those big, ugly, orange-looking things. And then it'll be Bosque pears, and then it'll be peaches, and It's kind of exciting.
Yeah, it is.
Well, what about you, Sean? Is there?
That happens.
And we're lucky enough that every year we've got to get to watch them practice. You know, that to me is even just as fun as the show.
I agree,
when
yeah.
they go out and practice.
And Bridget and Sultan, a recurring event you get excited for?
Good morning, beautifuls.
Good morning. What do you got?
Well, actually, my ex-husband and I cannot remember our divorce date, but we have two beautiful grown daughters. We're still very amiable, but now that the daughters are grown, we don't always talk as often. So every year on our anniversary of our wedding, I call him or he calls me. We catch up with the year. We celebrate our divorce, our children, and then sometimes we talk during the year and sometimes we don't. But I know that I always have that one day a year.
A divorce anniversary.
I tried something like that one time. I called her up on the day our divorce was through the anniversary thereof, and she said hello, and I said, I still hate you, and then I hung up. Does that count?
Yeah. It's in the spirit of it anyway.
It was in the spirit.
I've not heard of something like that Bridget said, and I think that's pretty cool.
I've heard of people having a divorce party, like
Yes.
when they get divorced, and even
Yeah.
doing it that day every year,
Mhm.
but they're just celebrating for themselves.
I am so funny. The last time I talked to my ex-wife, I didn't even mean to say it. It was a mistake, but it just was perfect. She said something insulting, and I said, I'd say you were two-faced, but why would you have bought that one? That's not what I meant to say. It just came out. And the second it came out, I went, first I went, oh my God. And then I went, oh yeah, awesome. Do that.
Paul, what's a recurring event you get excited for?
This is only every 4 years, but the World Cup. I always get stoked for World Cup soccer. And we'll have parties, have people over and watch the games. But this summer is going to be the first year in my lifetime that there's no U.S. men's team playing in the World Cup.
That's weird.
Like
So many people are disappointed.
yeah, it's a bummer, but I'm still going to watch the games. I'm just going to pick a country to root for and have fun.
Okay, I'm going to go with the, because it's not like the festival out there that comes every Sunday. It's seasonal. The Queen Anne's Farmers Market.
Oh, yeah, you
On
always
Thursday. I love it so much. We walk to it, come rain or shine. We have a great time.
A recurring event that you get excited for, what is it, Ryan, in North Bend?
I'm a model railroad, model train enthusiast, and once a year, my club that I'm in, we host this big swap meet train show up in Monroe. And all of the proceeds, we give it back to charity, back to Snohomish County 4-H at the end of everything is done. And actually, that event is coming up this weekend. So I'm going to give ourselves kind of a plug there.
Yeah.
Nice
Give yourself a
job.
kick in the caboose.
Choo.
Look at, Paul's joining in.
Tori, what is a recurring event you get excited for?
I don't think anything excites me more than Record Store Day.
Oh, yeah. And how many a year?
Oh, gosh. There's 2 of them a year, and one of them's considered a Black Friday, but it's basically Record Store Day.
Nice.
Record Store Day.
Bacon, too. Free bacon.
Free bacon? Is that something different than
That's a
Record
thing?
Store Day?
It's
They
a
give you
band.
free bacon every year.
Who knew?
does?
The guy who runs Easy Street Records, Matt Vaughn. You rock.
gives
Thank
you
you.
free bacon.
You're taking pork products
Yeah,
from some
you know,
guy at a record store?
I always get free sausage every time I go to the record store.
That's not exactly free, sweetheart.
This traffic report is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino in Lakewood on Highway 512 westbound at I-5. There was an earlier accident that has been cleared, but you're going to see some stop and go traffic from Steel Street all the way through to that area. And in Sumner on 167 southbound at Valley Avenue, we have an accident currently blocking the left lane, causing about a 10-minute delay. The winter entertainment lineup at Snoqualmie Casino is out now. Enjoy live music from the Pack on March 2nd and 3rd. Enter the Haggis on March 17th and many more. Tickets are on sale now. Visit snowcasino.com. Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's closest casino. I'm Derek, and that's your look at traffic on 102.5 KZOK.
This is Tori with your weather report brought to you by Sherry's Restaurants. No new snow expected today. Temperatures will remain very cold, so be careful with your morning commute. Highs will reach the mid-30s, and we should be seeing some sun throughout the entire day. It's currently 29 in downtown Seattle. Sherry's spring berry pancakes are here. Choose from blueberry, raspberry, or triple berry toppings with whipped cream and powdered sugar on a stack of fresh, fluffy buttermilk pancakes for just $6.99. Add eggs, breakfast meat, and hash browns for $3 more. Sherry's, simply great food. I'm Tori, and that was your weather on 102.5 KZOK.
Thanks to a tip from the public, police were able to arrest the man accused of attacking and attempting to rape a barista at the Hottie Shots espresso stand in Kent. The suspect has been identified as a 33-year-old Kent man who has an extensive criminal history, according to police. And the police detective, Melanie Robinson, said she wants to thank everyone who called in and identified this violent offender. Our streets are safer because of each and every one of you. An early morning shootout in Eatonville left one man dead yesterday and 2 people in custody. The Pierce County Sheriff's Department says deputies went to a 911 call at 7 a.m. The caller said he had shot someone outside of his mobile home. He said that the car had pulled into his driveway. A passenger got out and started shooting at the mobile home, and at least one shot hit the bedroom. The man fired a shot back at them. The car drove away, leaving the wounded man behind. And police say that the man's teenage son had been threatened. Someone said, "I'm going to shoot up the house." And then they did.
Good to their words. Wow.
I don't know why when you take the word mobile out of that story, it seems completely unbelievable. The man walked outside of his home. People were shooting at the home. But when you put mobile back in there, they were shooting at the mobile home. Oh, okay, yeah. And then the man walked out of his mobile home, shot him back. Yeah,
Yep.
Totally.
The 19-year-old man suspected of killing 17 people at a Florida high school last week is reportedly poised to inherit $800,000 that is being kept
Who's
in
he got to kill?
This is being kept in a trust from his parents, and it's in a trust until he turns 22. The reason this is making news is he is currently getting a public defender. And if he is in line for a massive inheritance, a judge could force him to use the money to hire a private attorney to defend him.
Could. It's not as easy as it sounds because it makes total sense. Trusts are wonderful, by the way, if you want to keep your money safe from whoever wants it. If it's in a trust, you can't have it. But it would take all day for a judge to compel somebody to open up that trust. I think he should do it, but I don't know that he can.
I'm not sure what the judge is going to decide to do because the public defender's office said, well, if they don't change the trust, force him to reimburse taxpayers when he turns 22 and gets that money. They are anticipating this to be an expensive trial.
Yeah, but I mean, that kid's going to have, 3 hots and a cot, if you will, when he's 20. He's not going to have a ton of bills. So why not pay your lawyer back?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who's going to stock up his commissary or whatever he does need. I don't know how that works, and I don't know that there's going to be a lot of sympathy there.
No, but a public defender, if they do their job well, are not going to rack up a bill of $800,000. This kid's commissary will be okay.
And a lockdown at a high school in Florida was lifted after a 14-year-old student was initially suspected of carrying a handgun to school. But then that alleged gun was discovered to be a replica cell phone gun case. Now,
Well, that's a stupid thing to sell a teenager.
It's a stupid thing, to be honest, for anyone to have.
Yeah, I know of at least 2 people that I can think of that are dead now that their relatives say he was just reaching for his phone.
Yeah.
Well, if your phone's in the gun replica gun case.
Yeah. It looks like a gun, so, I'm making the motion with my hand. And then attached to the side of that is where your phone is. So it looks like a gun and a cell phone glued together. And it's hot pink, but it's still very clearly a gun.
Right.
I don't know if they sell any pink guns.
I don't know. They do.
Then, it's not something you should be bringing to school, especially in Florida.
No, there is, and I don't know if women were thrilled with it or not, but every now and again, gun sales go up because of something in a neighborhood, because of a news story or whatever it is. And they had these women night shoots, and they had these pink Glocks.
Jeez.
And there's a bunch of them. And there's only the 2 colors. Well, 3 colors: gunmetal, black, and now pink.
Mm-hmm. Well, this student has apologized, but he will be charged with disruption at a school function. So he doesn't have a clean record, but it was obviously not a real gun because it was unless you welded it to a cell phone, but just a very stupid kid. And a nice story involving a kid. A 5th grader has been hailed as a hero for jumping into action when he saw a classmate choking during lunch. She started to turn colors, was gasping for breath, and this kid, Benjamin Ford, said, "I wasn't really calm, my heart was racing, but I knew I had to help her." He said he had seen a documentary a few years ago with his mom on how to help somebody who is choking and went into action. And
how old is the kid?
5th grade. How old's a 5th grader?
I'm pretty sure when my son was in the 5th grade, he ate paste. It could have been me, really.
Well, he said that as soon as he was able to help her, the entire cafeteria erupted in applause. He said he was really excited. And his parents, when he said, "I just saved a life," they thought he was talking about playing a video game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And then his parents were like, "Oh, it was a real person?" They took him out for ice cream and let him pick out a video game and then went to Black Panther.
Oh, I like it all the way around.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Now on to strippers.
All right.
That's what they did after Black Panther. Ice cream, Black Panther, and strippers. Sounds like a good night.
A great night to me.
China has launched a new crackdown against a phenomenon that just won't go away in rural areas. Funeral strippers.
Wow.
This sounds
if you
like
gotta
fake
go,
news.
what a way to go.
The Ministry of Culture said they are targeting striptease and other obscene, pornographic, and vulgar performances done at funerals, weddings, and Chinese New Year gatherings. But the stripper funeral pairing has been going on for about 10 years, and they say it's crass, it's not respectful to the living or to the dead. They're trying to get it to stop. But as you can imagine, there are a lot of people that don't.
Yeah, I don't love it.
It's obviously respectful to some of the living. Otherwise, they wouldn't be paying these girls to come dance.
Somebody wants it.
I was going to say, okay, one of your
Maybe
wives...
they see if they can get a rise out of the dead guy.
One of your wives sadly passes after a very, very long life.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
How many wives do these people have?
I'm saying you two.
Oh.
Okay. So what are you guys?
Amy or Holiday passes away.
Yeah.
And it has to be after a long, happy life?
I'm trying to be nice here.
Oh, okay.
And so you guys, then I'm going to organize it and I get a stripper to show up at their funeral?
Yeah. I
So
mean,
you're all for it.
It's what they would have wanted, is what we'll say.
Her last
we'll say
words
that,
were "Go on and be happy."
Right? Yeah.
I'm gonna start showing up at funerals of people I don't even know.
In China.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about this a little bit. KFC having a chicken shortage in the UK. They changed their delivery service and they ran out of chickens. They've closed most of the restaurants, if not all of the restaurants in the UK.
And that's 900 restaurants.
Yes. People are panicking. According to the police this week, they are getting dozens and dozens of phone calls from angry customers demanding to know why is KFC closed and where's my chicken?
Hello, 911 or whatever they have over there. They're out of chicken.
999, I
But
think.
is that, if I went down to KFC by my house and
Yeah.
it was closed,
Mm-hmm.
I'd think, oh, that's closed. But if I went to 3 more because I really wanted to get my drumstick on and they were I'd call somebody. Wouldn't you call somebody?
I'd call KFC.
Say,
maybe.
what's happening?
I'd call
here?
Paul.
Yeah.
And have Paul do something.
But I wouldn't call the police.
No, I can't imagine anyone of us calling 911 about.
I want to call 911 about Reba McEntire being the new Colonel Sanders. Come
It's
on
odd.
with that.
It is a bit odd.
When I worked at Arby's in high school, we actually ran out of roast beef, and people lost their damn minds about it. People threatened to beat me up because they thought I was lying. They're like, "No, give me the roast
Give
beef."
me the roast beef.
I'm like, "We don't have
Your
any."
slogan is "We got the meats." Give me some.
I mean, I guess it's the same as KFC, but how does Arby's run out of roast beef?
I don't have just a real good day, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Plus, I might like Arby's a whole lot. But
What?
have you ever taken off a piece of the roast beef? You can read through it.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be able to
Yeah.
read through your meat.
I'm guessing maybe people like Derek were taking some home on the
That's
slide.
what my guess would be.
Oh yeah, I'm a big beef thief.
I love that, man.
Did you just do that just now? Or have you been working on that since high school when you worked at Arby's?
Wait till someday I'm going to say this.
Can
He
we
just
isolate
pulled that out of his pocket. He's like, yes, this is my moment.
Beef thief.
Beef thief.
I think most of us have gone through the self scanner at the grocery store,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I hate that
What's
it
it sound
yells.
like? Right.
It does, but then it yells at you. Put your item in the holding area,
The bagging area.
the
yeah.
bagging area, and sometimes I want to just put it in my bag, or I'm still holding it because I've only got 2 items. No, it yells at you. Put your item in the bagging area.
I've never successfully done it, ever.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
I just walk away from my groceries, too. I think this is going to be, I'm going to try it this
Give
time.
up.
Bloop, bloop. You do the sound effects. Bloop, bloop. Okay, and it
Well,
sounds
you got to
like,
put stuff in the bagging area.
the bagging area.
hang
some
on
time.
now,
Put it in
but
the
that doesn't
bagging area.
bloop, for God's sake. And then when it tells me that that was $1,400 and that can't be right, and put that alcohol down until somebody comes along, make sure you're over 20. Bloop, and then it does that some more, and I just go, okay, I'm done. I leave.
Yeah, it's not as easy as it looks. Jelly Bean has a hard time too.
You let Jelly Bean do it?
Yeah.
And the reason most of the time I choose not to do it, like you said, if there's alcohol, somebody's got to come over and check it. But looking up the produce, that takes just too much time.
Yeah, it does.
Some people, on the other hand,
You
like,
push a picture of an orange and then you set the oranges down.
but okay, I
Did
went.
you hear the fruits she just named a little while ago?
Yeah.
Satsuma?
The Satsuma
Satsuma.
Plapas. They're
Yep.
all orange. Paul.
Yeah, Paul.
Those are mandarin oranges, and they're actually the small ones, not the big ones.
No,
you
the
gotta
big
learn your
ones.
produce. No, the satsumas are the tiny ones.
Now, what's the new one
Easy
out
to
there?
peel.
What's the one that's big and ugly? Looks like Edward James almost.
I don't know, but it's not a satsuma.
Yeah, it's not a Satsuma.
Okay, Derek, look it up. They're
By
in
the
this-
way, isn't that my ex-wife's name?
yes,
Satsuma.
Satsuma.
Yeah, pretty sure it is.
What the heck is the name of that? It's at our favorite store,
It's
Met
called a
Market?
grapefruit.
Met Market. I will punch you. Yeah, Met Market has a humongo display of these things. PCC Natural Markets is the last one I went to, and their fruit, they've got like 1,000 options, and it was very confusing, so I refused to do it. Some people, on the other hand, are doing it to be nefarious. You maybe put in, you got a plain old orange, but you put in something cheaper.
Oh, and nobody puts that they got organic. So you get organic
Yep.
fruit, and then you go, nope, this is the traditional fruit that's half the price.
Well, then
Yes.
wouldn't everybody, if it's that simple, because everybody's bad, wouldn't they just steal?
No, instead of stealing, you feel better about it because you didn't actually just take the fruit and walk
No,
away.
but you paid less
You paid-
than the.
Yeah, you paid
So
partial.
you stole.
Yeah, you
Yes.
did.
What you're saying.
But you feel better about stealing.
If something was supposed to be $5 and you got it for $3, you stole $2.
Yes.
Yeah, but you feel more like you just committed fraud, not theft. So
Ah.
But in Germany, one man is going to jail for doing
Good, he
this
deserves it.
crime.
The German.
He was stealing veal liver, which is very expensive,
And delicious.
but he was putting it in a fruit bag, one of the bags that you would use to put your produce in, and then scanning it like it was a satsuma or some sort of orange. And he finally got busted. $58 worth of veal liver. He is making $30,000 a month at his job.
$30,000 a month?
Yeah.
what is
Yes.
he doing, and where do I apply?
And he is going to jail.
For how long?
They said that he is going to be going, let me see, where did I put that? He is going to go pay a fine of $256,000. And
What?
For stealing
For
50
stealing
bucks worth
veal?
of...
Yep. They said they believe he's done this several times, and he is being held in jail while they decide how long he'll
Be held in jail.
Yeah, maybe he'll get off for time served, but he is fined $256,000.
I got to tell you that veal livers are delicious.
But-
I don't want to do $250,000 over them.
Yeah.
No.
I want to pay $52 like a normal person.
But just think about that next time you go and do what Paul does, which is lie about it being organic because you're stealing.
didn't say I do that. I said
I don't go, man. It's too much trouble.
Yeah.
The Satsumas look like the big ones to me. The mandarins seem to be the small ones.
Satsuma is a type of mandarin. They're tiny little oranges.
I am going to punch you.
Okay.
Well, that was uncomfortable.
New research is indicating that there is a new food supplement worthy of human consumption. Now, we know in lots of parts of the world, people don't have access to enough food.
Right.
People across America, but people in places like Africa, there's a lot of food shortages. They are now finding cockroach milk might be the new thing.
How the hell do you milk a cockroach?
Tiny little udders.
Tiny little udders.
Protein crystals in cockroaches have 3 times the energy of the equivalent mass of buffalo milk and 4 times the equivalent of cow's milk, according to scientists. The protein crystals are from the guts of baby cockroaches.
I'm completely lost, except you're supposed to milk a cockroach. And it's better for you than
I think you
other
just
stuff.
squish up a baby cockroach and
throw
you
it in the
call
blender?
You call it cockroach milk. Which, as
Like
we
almond
learned
milk.
with the veal liver, the baby animals are the ones that taste the best.
Yeah.
So,
I
the
like
baby
to taunt
cockroach.
them a little bit before I eat them.
Yeah.
Cockroaches are already in high demand in pharmaceutical uses in China. They believe they can cure stomach, liver, and heart ailments. But now they think this will be the next big thing to generate income, livelihood, and feed people.
You ever see a Madagascar cockroach?
Yes. Ooh.
Man, I ate one of those on the other half because I'm the guy that would. Like,
Yeah.
earn your money, Mario.
Ooh.
And yeah, they're terrible, but they are filled with a gooey inside substance. It could have been milk.
God, my stomach just turned.
Yeah.
You ate it cooked at least, yeah?
No, alive. That was a whole
That's-
bit. It was. They'd have yelled at me these days in Sweden.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was. The legs are all going crazy, and I'm holding it down. I bit it right in half.
Oh, Danny, that's gross.
Thank you. You'd think we'd have been on another season just for that.
All right, I just spoke to a produce expert. Sarah, you were talking about the Suma Mandarin, which is a new type of Satsuma that came out a couple years ago. It looks like a Satsuma on steroids.
Wow, that's exactly it. Thank you, Derek. Was that Lenny in Tacoma?
It
who
was
called?
Lenny.
Lenny used to work at the produce department.
And he wants to go clamming with you.
He does.
Here,
He even picked a date for you guys.
Cool. He picked a date last year.
I thought you were the date he picked.
Well, he picked me twice. I'm the queen of the prom.
Today is February 22nd.
I know what that means.
It's National Margarita Day.
National Margarita Day.
You're right.
I know. Bastard.
It's funny that this was brought to my attention from the one person on the show who is sober.
Yeah, that'd be me.
That would be you. Today being National Margarita Day means go home and make some margaritas or get discounts at places like Chili's, TGI Fridays, Margaritaville. All sorts of places will be having specials on margaritas today.
You know, if they did that on Pizza Day and 7-Eleven Day,
Yeah.
life would be kind of perfect, really.
What about that day? Is it 7-Eleven Day where you can take a container of any size to 7-Eleven and they fill it with a Slurpee?
Oh, no. On 7-Eleven, you get a free Slurpee.
A free small Slurpee.
Yeah, but then they also have Bring Your Own Container Day.
Can I have that for Margarita Day?
No, I don't think you can.
Bring my own.
Watch this, Paul. I know how to handle it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
Just,
Yeah, you sure can,
yeah.
sir. In fact, somebody just called in and told Derek that you can.
Yeah,
So,
give him an address where you can have it filled.
Was it Lenny in Tacoma?
yeah, for sure.
Okay, on that note, I think I need a margarita. We are going to take a very short break. When we come back, some very amazing Seattle news about Nirvana. The Muppets, some big news about them. Netflix making some huge announcements and all the latest sports news next.
This traffic report is brought to you by Staples. Most of the roadways are surprisingly clear right now, but in Paulsbo on Highway 3 southbound at Highway 305, we have an accident blocking the left lane. And over in Sumner, you're going to see some slow traffic on State Route 167 southbound as you make your way past Valley Avenue. At Staples, you can upgrade your office and still save money. Right now, during the Staples Chair event, you'll save big on a full range of office and desk chairs, some up to 50% off. A better chair equals a better workday. Ends 310 Staples. It's pro time. I'm Derek, and that's your look at traffic on 102.5 KZOK.
There is nothing worse than one of those nights where you toss and turn. You just can't sleep. You just can't get comfortable. And then when you do fall asleep, you wake up just an hour later and you feel crabby. That used to happen to me a lot. And finally, I took someone's advice and got a My Pillow. And it's like the heavens opened up and the angels sang, I am falling asleep faster and I am staying asleep. I don't wake up feeling crabby. I wake up feeling refreshed, and it is all thanks to My Pillow. Another great aspect of it, it stays cool and it stays fluffy and plumped up all night long. Right now, you can get the 4-pack special if you use my promo code KZOK. You're probably wondering, what's the 4-pack special? Well, it's 2 My Pillow premium pillows and 2 Go Anywhere My Pillows for half off. Yeah, so when you travel, you can take those My Pillow Go Anywhere pillows with you. The 4-pack special with my promo code, 50% off. Call 800-304-4756, 800-304-4756, or mypillow.com with promo code KZOK. Starting with music news, a very cool announcement from Mopop this morning.
All right.
Now, you just went.
Just the other day.
Well, I think you might have to go back.
All right.
To coincide with the 30th anniversary of their first performance as Nirvana, Nirvana Taking Punk to the Masses will finally return to Mopop on March 16th. This is more than 200 rare artifacts, photographs, oral histories. These will all be housed in the exhibit, and there'll also be new pieces. Some of the things that they will be including: a poster hand-drawn and colored by Cobain. Also, Chris Novoselic's high-watt DR103 bass amplifier head, which he used to record In Utero, has only been displayed in Brazil until now. There is also going to be Dave Grohl's Tama Rockstar Pro drum kit from 1992. And
do we get to play any of this stuff? I want to sit in and be Nirvana. I'm sure we don't get to touch it.
I got a feeling you don't get to touch it.
Yeah.
You know what's so great about Mopop is so much of that, yes, you can.
Yeah, they have a whole level there where you get to play all the instruments.
I took my kids there, and we were a crazy band, like the Flying Monkeys or something. Yeah.
But I don't think you're going to get to touch those ones.
No, this all sounds awesome, but I do take exception to something.
What's that?
What was the thing about bringing punk to the masses? I know one person that would call Nirvana punk.
That's what they called it then. I mean, it was their version of punk.
It wasn't grunge then?
No, that's what the media named it afterwards. But what they thought they were playing was punk. It was their interpretation of punk.
To me at all.
Their early stuff is...
Yeah, no, I've seen videos of it too. Yeah. Actually, some Super 8.
This is going to be reopening March 16th at the Mopop. You'll be able to get tickets online now. Pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Fridays are the days that new music comes out, and Tori, being our resident music fanatic, is going to give us a look at what will be in stores tomorrow.
Tomorrow is Friday.
I know
what that means.
February 23rd, and we've got some new music coming out.
All right, like what? What are we excited about?
First up, we've got Bowie. He's going to be releasing 5 seminal albums.
Ew. Do you get to wipe those off first?
Clean up on aisle 7.
This is going to include Low, Heroes, Lodger, which is his Berlin trilogy, Stage, a live album, and Scary Monsters.
Groovy.
Nice.
Yeah.
You have to get in line for that one too, Danny?
Yep.
I'm so excited. These haven't been released since 1991.
Hey, did you know he wouldn't fly?
What?
But David Bowie.
Oh, you know what? I saw that at the Mick Rock exhibit.
Yeah.
He did.
I mean, I'm sure he had to in life, but he did a tour from the 70s into the 80s by boat, train, and car.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Wow, I know. Okay, so next up is The Doors.
What's coming out from them?
Live at the Isle of Wight in 1970. It's actually a Blu-ray. This is the last known film of them doing a live show, and Jim was really, really messed up in his addictions.
Shocking.
He had just gotten in trouble for showing his Who's-Its on a stage.
Woo-woo!
Is that on the film too, or no?
No, I wish.
That was at the Whiskey, right?
Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
actually. There you go. It started at 2 a.m. They got on stage at 2 a.m. They didn't know they needed to bring their own lighting. So Jim is basically just the only thing you see is his face. His eyes are closed the entire time, but he sounds amazing.
Wow, they went on at 2. That's like Guns N' Roses before Guns N' Roses.
The problem with that is you're going on in a bar. And in Los Angeles, you can't drink after 2, so the bar could make no money on these guys.
Yeah, so this was pretty cool because this was a festival. And yeah, it was the last known film that they had ever done.
Nice. All right, what else?
Okay, a concert for George Harrison.
George Harrison of the Beatles.
Yes, George Harrison of the Beatles. This was
I would go through life thinking that needed no explanation.
she
and
stopped.
that guy Ringo.
Yeah.
Ringo of the Beatles.
Well, she says George Harrison.
Oh, well,
we know who he is. Okay.
So this was put on by Eric Clapton. It was for his 75th birthday, and George had passed away a year prior in 2002. It includes Ringo, Tom Petty, Danny Harrison, Paul McCartney, Billy Preston, and many more, and they're covering all of George's songs and songs that he loved.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
And there is a version right now that's playing of My Guitar Gently Weeps, and this has McCartney, Clapton, and Danny, and it's so beautiful.
Wow, that's neat.
Go ahead.
What trips me out the most is Danny looks literally exactly like George.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, twinsies. Although I don't know how tiny George Harrison was? Because Danny Harrison is tiny. The other thing that I question about Danny Harrison is how he spells his name.
What's not his fault his dad was a
I
hippie?
don't care. Your name is DHRIP.
You want him to just change it
Just
now?
go back to D-A-N-N-Y like a person.
Yeah.
I literally thought it was Donnie for the longest time.
Yeah, no.
I thought it was the honey.
I think you might be right, actually. So when George Harrison was attacked by a crazed fan who stabbed him repeatedly in his own home, his wife comes downstairs, grabs a fire iron, bops the guy over the head like till he's in serious medical condition, has to be rushed to the hospital. George is laying in bed with all these stitches and IVs and stuff, but saved from his wife. And he gets a thing of flowers from Tom Petty that says, I told you should marry a Mexican.
Whoa.
Well, apparently she's a Mexican and saved his life. That guy was going to kill him.
Jeez.
Tom Petty called it.
Yep.
Tori, anything else?
There are a couple more releases, but I put them up at KZOK.com.
Awesome. All right.
Cool.
Thank you very much, Tori. Hey, I want to remind you guys that our iHeartRadio Music Awards happen Sunday, March 11th from the Forum in LA. We want to send you there and take care of the bill. Just keep listening for a new keyword and your cue to text. You could win airfare, deluxe hotel accommodations, and tickets to the show. Tickets are available through Ticketmaster as well. Paul, who did you say was just announced?
Bon Jovi, who we had on
Unbelievable.
our Icons concert last night. They're going to be playing at the award show as well.
Even more reason to want to win.
She's a little runaway. One all-time cool rock tunes right there.
The Muppets may soon be returning to a screen near you again. Now, it was brought back for a very unsuccessful, very short run, but they have decided to give it another go. And the Muppets will be returning. They're also going to be rebooting High School Musical 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6.
I thought that was a TV show.
High School Musical? Yeah. I know they made them into movies, but they're going to be rebooting that and TV shows based on Monsters, Inc., and the Mighty Ducks.
You know why I think the Muppet movie in recent years have not been all that successful is people finally realize, oh, wait, they're puppets? That's my name. Wait a second.
I would complain about everything's reboots. They don't make anything new. But then you say Mighty Ducks, and I'm back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want some more Mighty Ducks.
Well, one that may be a bit controversial for some is Lost in Space. That is also getting another reboot. This is a series, Netflix, April 13th. Some of the people starring in it, well, probably the only name you're going to know is Parker Posey.
Yeah.
But they are bringing that back. First it was the TV show, then it was a movie that did okay, and now it's going to be headed back to Netflix, April 13th. Senator Bernie Sanders is planning his next move. On paper, he is coming out with a new book. It'll be called Where We Go From Here. It'll be released on November 13th, and he will focus on how to oppose President Trump and how to strengthen the progressive movement.
That's nice. I think the full title is Where Do We Go From? Where Do We Go From? That's for Seattle, I think.
You've talked a bit about writing a book, so maybe you and Bernie Sanders can go out on a joint tour.
I don't know why I thought that, but I thought the exact same thing.
Talk show host Wendy Williams revealed yesterday she has Graves' disease. She made the announcement during her syndicated show saying she's going to have to take 3 weeks off starting today to focus on her health.
3 weeks?
3 weeks.
Doesn't seem like enough.
Yeah, you're
you
healed.
Get Graves' disease and you're going to take off 3 weeks. Doesn't seem like enough. Man,
Expert-
she's good. It's a real ghetto kind of good, but she is just... I was watching her. I'd never really seen her, and it's one of the few talk shows I've never been on. I was watching it with my wife, and she's sitting in a chair, kind of a throne-ish thing, and she's done 40 minutes now with no guests, no topics, and it's all been interesting. I said, there's a handful of people in the world that can do that well. That was pretty impressive.
How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
No, that's
How you doing?
Joey.
No, that's how you doing. But
Yeah.
she says, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? No, they're the same person.
What is yours?
How you doing?
I think that's it.
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
Yeah.
Well wishes to Wendy Williams. She is a talented woman. Bill Gates, he too is a talented
Woman?
man. No. He's a genius, but it turns out...
Is that true?
Yes.
Okay.
It turns out...
Well, almost none of the greats were actually technically geniuses, like an IQ over 160 or whatever it is. So I just wondered.
He's a very smart man.
Oh, yeah.
But he is very smart, but turns out he does not know much about grocery shopping. The billionaire appeared on the Ellen DeGeneres show yesterday, and he played a guessing game in which he attempted to name the prices of various household products.
Well, I had the pleasure of seeing it this morning. And it's not really a guessing game for most people. For most people would have some ballpark of what the prices of groceries were.
Yeah.
Yes, but he was so far off.
Right.
Like when she said, name the price of rice-a-roni within $1.
Yeah.
And here we go. There is rice-a-roni right there. The San Francisco treat, of course. How much do you think rice-a-roni would be within $1?
$5.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Okay,
Everybody go,
The audience didn't like that.
Let's see.
Ready?
Oh, it's $1.
Yeah, it's
Look,
$1.
what a bargain.
I'll take 5.
I know.
Nicely done, man. You must be a genius.
He did show a sense of humor a lot during this. Another one where he got it really wrong was the Tide Pods.
Tide Pods. You've been hearing a lot about those lately. What do you think?
$4.
It's like a big container.
No, they want me to go higher.
Yeah.
Let's go with $10.
All right. $19.97. It's expensive to do laundry.
I'll take a half.
It's very costly.
Laundry detergent is bonkers expensive.
Yeah.
And I guess if I was Bill Gates, I wouldn't go to the grocery store either.
There was another
Yeah.
thing. The thing that I saw, it was some kind of snack food.
The Totino's pizza rolls.
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have a tape of that?
Not
I'll take that as
handy.
a no. Let's go. So he looks at them and goes, "Oh, $20."
Yeah.
And everybody goes, "Wah!" But here's why he's such a good sport, and I like him more than I did, and I liked him a lot, because he had to know that was going to happen. Plus, he didn't have to ever guess 20.
Right.
He could have guessed 3 no matter what. So I think that was good sportsmanship.
And he can't go to the grocery store. Obviously, he would get mobbed. I would think everybody recognizes Bill Gates.
I think everybody would recognize Bill Gates. I think if that guy put on a baseball hat and a rumpled old jacket, which I think is what he
That's what he
wears,
normally wears,
and,
yeah.
and went to the store, I'll bet by the time people started recognizing him, he'd be on his way out.
What he does do is put on his bicycle helmet and rides his bicycle a lot of places around town and stuff. And people don't mob him because it's just another guy on a bike.
That's pretty cool. He also disclosed to Ellen while on the show that he does not have many extravagant tastes, but does have some indulgences, including his Porsche, a private plane, and a trampoline room.
Trampoline room?
Room.
How I've had high ceilings before, but a trampoline room? Fairly
awesome.
impressive.
And you can see that video up at our website, by the way, KZOK.com. The whole thing is funny. He does just show a softer, funnier side.
A little corny, a little dorky.
Yeah.
But fun.
Now, why does he do the Mr. Rogers outfit constantly? Like, if you like sweater vests or whatever with your paisley tie on under them, fine, but not every time. Somebody should tell you, hey, don't do that thing today.
Well, it worked for Steve Jobs in that stupid turtleneck.
Yeah, it did. You're right.
Until it didn't. That was terrible. Jeopardy host Alex Trebek is set to moderate a debate in this year's Pennsylvania governor's race. Trebek will do the keynote Pennsylvania Chamber of Business and Industry's annual dinner. Now, he's not somebody who's been involved in politics, and he's Canadian, but he will be hosting and moderating this debate for Pennsylvania governor.
No, that's kind of cool. What if he interrupts and goes, nope, I'm sorry, that's in the form of a question.
We are getting some new word about the latest in the Jurassic Park installments. They are going to have another one, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. This once again stars Lake Stevens' own Chris Pratt.
This guy.
Yeah, this guy, he's out to get you.
Bryce Dallas Howard returns as well, and it will be opening up on June 22nd of 2021.
Oh, thank God they're getting the word out.
Yeah.
I was like, am I reading that wrong? That's the future.
Get your tickets now.
Let's take a look at sports. Sports brought to you by Bradley Johnson Attorneys. If you're facing a DUI, call 1-800-DUI-AWAY, 1-800-DUI-AWAY. The Mariners' 2018 slogan has been revealed, and skipper Scott Service says, good. We're pretty good. We're pretty good. Maybe it's
Is
the
it good
inflection.
or pretty good? Because I think that's different.
Well, they asked Scott Service, good? Like, it's good? What does that mean? And he said, quote, we're pretty good. Or bueno.
So when they say like, "Oh, I think these guys are going to go all the way this year," and then they're mediocre, so now he's starting off at mediocre.
It's not where mediocre. It's
Pretty
not
good.
mediocre.
Pretty good is not far from mediocre.
I disagree. As a matter of fact, pretty good is, I don't know what am I looking for. Pretty good.
Pretty good means above 500. I'm just going to throw that out there.
I'll take
Why
that.
not?
Pretty good is good.
Yeah.
Pretty good doesn't mean postseason, right?
Yes, it does.
I don't know about that. It certainly doesn't mean World Series.
Okay,
People
pretty
that are
great
okay.
means postseason is pretty great.
Pretty
They're pretty great. Yeah.
And great is winning.
Yeah.
Well, tomorrow the Mariners face the Padres for their first spring training game with a 2:10 start time.
Padres are pretty good this year. They're looking pretty good.
They made some good off-season acquisitions, but spring training we shall see because the Mariners are good.
Yeah.
They're just
good.
okay, the Padres. In the Olympics last night, the United States women's hockey team made it exciting. They beat Canada to take the gold,
Unbelievable.
winning their first Olympic gold since 1998. The men's hockey team lost out of medaling. They have not won a gold since 1980. So pretty significant win for the United States, who also saw some other good medaling yesterday. So what is our medal count up to for the United States, Derek?
We are up to 21 medals, which puts us in fourth place. In first is still those nasty Norwegians with 35 medals.
Now, you guys remember yesterday when we asked
12.
Derek? Yeah, we were really low down.
We're making a comeback.
Yeah.
We're pretty good.
We're good.
We are pretty good.
We're pretty good.
You win some women's hockey and a couple of the snowboarding events, and boom, you're right back in it.
The NBA will making a return to Seattle in 2018. In a way, we'll be hosting a preseason game in the city, according to a writer for the Sacramento Bee. According to that newspaper publication, the Sacramento Kings and Golden State Warriors will hold an exhibition game October 6th here in Seattle.
Do you know what the venue is?
Key Arena.
Oh, this Key's.
Yes. Now,
So they better not start tearing that thing apart if we're going to play a game there.
you know, I was wondering about that. Concerts are already set up. We know there's a whole slew of concerts set up at Key Arena. Do they have a cutoff date set yet for when construction can start?
I'm unclear on it. I don't trust the whole situation, to be honest with you.
Well, they're hoping that people turn out in force to support the NBA, to show the NBA that we are worthy of a city. Same thing goes with the hockey.
Yeah, this is a lot of us showing people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's the website for people to buy those tickets for season tickets for hockey?
NHLSeattle.com. Get your down payment in for your season tickets.
Right. So if you put in this down payment, it's $500 per ticket. If for some reason we do not get a team, your money is refunded. But
Yeah.
we're trying to hit a certain number to, again, show the powers that be we're worthy. We're good.
Go to that NBA preseason game too. We want these teams here.
Yep.
We got to do our part.
In NCAA basketball tonight, the Huskies are facing Stanford at 6, WSU versus Cal at 8, Gonzaga versus San Diego at 6, Seattle U versus Grand Canyon at 6. And a bit of football news. The Eagles' Chris Long last year won a Super Bowl with the New England Patriots.
Oh, wow.
This year, this past Super Bowl, he won with the Philadelphia Eagles. This year, he donated all 16 of his game checks to charity. He's a pretty good dude. You'd think he'd kick back and, sip some whiskey and enjoy life. Instead, he is joining a Seattle Seahawks long snapper, Nate Boyer. You guys remember him?
Yeah.
They are climbing Mount Kilimanjaro.
Really?
This is all for funds. This is all to raise money for the Chris Long Foundation. They're being joined by MMA fighter Justin the Big Pygmy Wren.
Oh, of course, the Big Pygmy.
Some of his other teammates, Connor Barwin and Steven Jackson, Vince Young, former NFL player. They're trying to raise money for schools in Tanzania to get clean water.
Well, that's lovely. Doesn't Bill Gates do the clean water thing? He was just on Ellen. We should have asked him.
Apparently didn't clean enough water. That these guys have to go back.
I don't know about you, but I don't see Bill Gates climbing Mount Kilimanjaro.
Do you have to actually climb Mount Kilimanjaro,
It's a walk.
or do you walk?
It's a walk, but you are at such a high altitude that you get exhausted. And you tend to have people carrying all your stuff for you. So you're not carrying like a 20-pound backpack or
You have
anything.
Sherpas on a bump?
Yeah.
Nate Boyer, who was that long snapper for the Seahawks, he was also he was a Green Beret, so
Yeah.
I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
I think he can handle the walk.
He can handle the walk and kick someone's ass if you run into trouble.
Yeah. Out there in the people doing the wild stuff. sucking the water out of a gerbil or whatever those green berets do. You know, you got to find water somewhere.
Is that part of basic training?
I think that's it.
Suck the water out of this gerbil.
And you don't even have to kill them to do them, then they can just run along.
They started the climb up the mountain on Tuesday. They have been chronicling their visit to Tanzania on social media. The entire hike will take 7 days, but you can see some of the pictures online now. Also online now, a brand new beer blog. I posted that this morning. Cloudburst Brewing in Belltown, delicious beer, and my beer blog is brought to you by another place that makes delicious beer, 210 Brewing Company at Angel of the Winds Casino Resort. So my brand new beer blog up now, KZOK.com. Tons of stuff going on there. Tickets to Whiskey Rocks, anything that we're doing, you can find all the info on our website.
All right, beautiful. You know, some people call him Maurice, but I call him the Silver Fox.
Silver Fox.
You can call him Steve Slayton. No matter which one of us that you love, he's going to come in this room.
Sometimes you call him the Silver Fox.
I do. Sometimes I call him the Pompatus of Love. I don't even know what it means, but the Silver Fox himself is going to be in the studio playing lots of classic rock for your listening pleasure because that's the way he rolls. So we'll get out of his way. Bye.
Most of your roadways are looking pretty good this morning, but on Highway 99 northbound at Halliday Street, you are going to see some stop-and-go traffic due to a couple of lane closures. The two left lanes are blocked currently for road work, so you're going to see about maybe a 15-minute delay as you make your way through that area. This traffic report was brought to you by Muckleshoot Casino. Get ready to laugh out loud on Thursdays at 8 p.m. with LOL Comedy Nights and Muckleshoot Casino. Enjoy a full night of boisterous, joyful, free entertainment inside Club Galaxy.